stream running. While I'm doing that, I'll just say yes. So this is Blightstone, and it looks pretty sick. I don't play a ton of like the tactics, strategy games all that often, partly because I'm not very good at them. I enjoy them, but I'm far from good, or at least if I'm competent, it's because I play them very slowly. So I probably play them in kind of a boring manner, though. I probably play them in a slow and boring manner, because in games like this is one of those games, kind of like what's a good example? Kind of like Fire Emblem, insofar as if a character dies, they are dead forever. So in these kinds of games, I usually tend to play it slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. So I usually try to play carefully if I can help it. So it means inevitably that, yes, as when you're streaming something like this, it might get kind of boring. So I will try my best not to, like, be agonizing and slow with every decision I make. But no, I will acknowledge that this is a little bit outside my usual wheelhouse. But I do enjoy these kinds of games. Even though I'm not very good at them and I don't stream them often, I do enjoy them. That's good enough reason for me to want to jump on in, which is exactly what we're doing here, my friends. And I think we're all set. I think we are all set. All right, so once again, this is Blightstone. We got a review key for this one through JF Games PR, so shouts to them hooking us up with the review key. That was very nice of them. Really cool looking tactics game with I think maybe some roguelike aspects as well. This game is in early access, full disclosure, so you know there might be some balancing shenanigans from time to time. I should probably do the tutorial. It's probably a good idea. But yeah, early access, so we'll keep that kind of in the back of our minds as we're kind of going along here. I know my face is covering a little bit of this right now. If that becomes habitual, I'll just move my face on the overlay. So he says we need to be tested. Okay. Are we worthy of protecting the crystal? So I think this is one of those where there are turn-based fights, and they of course are fighting against our guys, but I think they're also, like, the bad guys are gunning for this crystal. I think if that crystal breaks, then you lose the either combat, or you lose that's a game over. Alright, so we are ready. It looks like we got a few characters down here that we control, presumably. Or maybe we control all of them, I guess, not so sure. To proceed with caution. Caution? Who does that? Alright, so I guess these are our homies. We can start the run. So we have some resources. Yeah, so I think this is... Oh, you know what? I think this is one of those where it's kind of like... What's another example? I can't think of another game to, like, mash this up with, but I think there are aspects of this that are kind of similar to Darkest Dungeon with your resource management and the, like, grueling and crushing despair that, like, the game sometimes throws at you. I don't expect for this to be a flawless run on my book, in my book, that is, or just in general. So we have gem skills. Okay, so I'm guessing these are things that we can switch out if we felt inclined to do so. Lightning arrow. So I think these are things that the gem itself can do. So I think the idea is that we have these characters. Here we go. Combat skills. There we go. Yeah, so you have individual characters. This guy's got a dog. That's pretty cool. Like a hunter ranger kind of guy. Yeah, the crystal itself, I think, can do things. It has health. Okay. And we could switch them out if we wanted to. We can, of course, it has offensive or defensive support capabilities. That's kind of cool. Pretty neat. Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump in. Let's start the run. See what awaits us, my friends. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon aesthetic. Yeah, I think that is not a surprise. Not by mistake. I think that is very much intentional. For this first spot here. We're jumping on in, so we're going to start with the tutorial. We're not just getting thrown entirely to the wolves. We have 2 action points, so for moving or using a skill, makes perfect sense. So we have the Brun right now. He's like a brawler kind of fellow-looking guy. Strong, punchy lad. So we have an uppercut, so we can click on the uppercut. Even though we're not in range of somebody right now, you would think, I would assume I'd have to move and then use something like uppercut. Charge might move and attack at the same time. And there is... Oh, okay, so grab. Okay, so I think we saw this when Shake played this game. He was streaming this and he showed us a clip where he was grappling with the character and, like, throwing them into holes and shit. So, yes, I guess that's where that comes into play. But anyway, so we'll say uppercut. And sure enough, most melee skills include a free move. How about that? That's actually kind of nice. So that does let us just go right for them. Confirm the target. Uppercut. Okay, very nice. Just immediately pulped them into skull and bones. Very good. So he still has 1 action point left, but he wouldn't be able to do much else. He'd have to move, obviously, to be in range of somebody else. Use bolt shots. That's this guy. Costs 1 green AP. Right, the little 1 pip underneath there. Skills that use red AP. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So he's got bolt shot. Confirm the target. Easy line of sight. Very good. Very nice line of sight. There's an explosive barrel right there. Hubert, who is still the same character. Yeah, this guy. So can have the dog attack. Got that dog on him. Does 3 damage. Be more than enough to drop his ass. Very nice. So this is a very much like a baby's first combat kind of tutorial. They're going really easy on us. That will not last, I'm sure. So to enable pathfinding for Armand. To the marked spot, which I guess the idea is that puts him behind cover, maybe? I mean, I don't know if these guys are ranged or what. They might be spellcasters, maybe, with the glowing eyes. Go right here. Telekinesis. Oh, so he's a spellcaster. That's sick. Telekinesis. On the barrel. And I say, like... Let's see. So I can't just have it, like, go in the middle. It's gotta, like, go forward. In some way. A 6 HP or 4 HP. Let's do that one. And he's a burninating, which is good. So that means we're out, I think. So yeah, this guy... Yeah, so there's nothing we can do here. Because he has like 1 star. Yeah, so the idea is like, oh, it's because we used 2 of his turns, that's right. Or 2 of his action points. So yeah, nothing left for him. The thing I'm unsure about is because we used just uppercut. I'm not sure why it used so much that I couldn't also move. Not enough action points. Oh, maybe it was a red one, though. Maybe that's why. Because I know they said if it's green, it ends the turn. This guy, of course, moved and used the teleport. Because, yeah, look, yeah, both the circles are used up. I don't know what the star entails. Also, the crystal, we can't do anything with the crystal. Maybe that's like a thing we have to, like, unlock or something or build up. Anyway, the guy took burn damage, so that's it. So, nice and quick and easy. Got some gold and some lumber and some herbs, which is nice. Oh, I'm sorry, you have to pick one. So either campfire stuff and skills in crafting, or crafting items that campfire. We'll do wood. There we go. So, humble beginnings in the prologue, as it were. Moving on. Do we get more prologue, or are we just going in? Are we just freeballing? Do we still have more to learn? Can use obstacles as cover against ranged fellers. Click move to activate pathfinding. Now, is there a way for me to be able to tell what a bad guy is capable of doing? So these are axe fellas. Could they throw their axes? Now, he's a bowman. We can, of course, assume he's going to be using ranged attacks. Obviously. A move skill for our archer person. Take cover behind this rock. Hurt. Bam. Enemy is using an interruption skill. He will act after a set number of your actions. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's a little exclamation point with a 2 on it. Kind of gives a heads up as to what that's going to be. Good to know. Moving or using a skill counts as 1 action. So we can move Armand out of the way, but we're not sure if we have time to move Brun out as well. Let's see, to move him right here. I was going to move him next to that fellow. I guess that would put him in range of the dog. I mean, no matter what you do, you're going to be in the danger zone. We'll follow what the tutorial recommends for the time being, but just think about how I would do this myself. So we do have time to move Brun out. Okay. Pretty cool. So he did miss, and now he is slowed because of, I guess the idea is because that was like the downside of using that skill. So now we got that uppercut still, because we know that that's a move and a attack kind of deal. And from any angle, they want me to attack that dog. Melee attacks in it from any angle. Oh, Oh, I see. Okay, so I can select anything, right? But if I want more finite control over where I'm going to attack, where I'm going to move, and then attack, it can be there. Got it? There we go. Get the arcane skill for Armand. Arcane spark skill, that is. Projectile, 3 arcane damage with really good crit chance. They can take cover, so the chance to hit is too low. Target a different enemy. Like you, for instance. Pretty good. Bam. So that is the foundations, right? So we got the basics. Again, we know from when Shake was playing the game that you can use the environment to your advantage if you're smart, if you're capable. Every move, strike is yours to command. Stay sharp and keep your wits about you. So now we get to continue as we would otherwise. So Brun is out of moves. Armand is out of moves. And this thing can't do anything else. So I would say what we can do, we already had to move this guy. I could go ahead and finish this lad. He has 9 HP total. Take a shot at him with a decent chance to hit, but of course the cover does make that tricky. I think what we'll end up doing is the obvious thing and just fire at that guy. Although, we have a couple other options. We could put traps down. We could send the dog to attack his ass. I think I would not... There is a cooldown here. I think I'd probably just take the shot on that guy. We can fetch the dog to retrieve us. Or not to retrieve us, to come back to us. Which is pretty nifty. Yeah, all good things. All good things. Let's go ahead and finish his ass. Bop. And we have a free action. Although the dog's already there, so I think we're good there. So that is everybody. Everybody's used their stuff. Yeah, still nothing for the crystal. Not sure how the crystal uses its stuff. It has like little arrows. Oh, I guess it does that regardless of whenever you have somebody selected. End our turn. He takes a shot and misses. You'd think he would go for the obvious choice, which was like go for the big strong fella staring your ass down. So deal 6 damage, push the target with strength 3. If they bounce, they deal 4 more damage. Oh no, on a bounce, I think that it means if like they're both moving, maybe. If I were to do that, that would be about half of his health, which would be cool. And it would push him out of cover. But it looks like... Oh, actually, no. Yeah, okay. Never mind, never mind. On a bounce it. So, yeah, if it's a bounce it, it does less damage. Oh, no, I'm wrong. I'm stupid and I'm full of shit and I'm not smart. It does more damage. What I guess I'm unsure about is why, when we did the uppercut earlier, why it didn't... why it seemed like it ended our guy's turn. Because it looks like it should just use 1 AP. I'm curious about grappling, but there'd be nothing to grapple into. So let's try uppercut. Now, like, no matter which direction. I'll go right here. Uppercut. So yeah, I guess the idea is maybe you can only use 1 skill at a time. No, that would make sense. Maybe it's you can only use 1 attack skill ever, like in a single turn. So the idea of this guy earlier, we sent the dog to attack, and then we fired. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense either because, well, I guess the idea is, yeah. I'm just trying to reason why we couldn't also do another thing when we clearly only spent 1 action point. I guess, yeah, I guess that's something I wish was a little bit more clear. Because in the earlier part of the tutorial, this guy was able to move and use a telekinesis. Yeah, maybe the idea is if it casts, if it costs AP, any AP, maybe that's it. Again, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. That part's a little bit weird to me. I'm thinking more about the tutorial. It seemed like we fired our bolt and then we sent the dog to attack. In 1 run. Maybe we just need to experiment more to understand it. Send him to attack that guy. We would have a pretty good chance of missing, and I think there is friendly fire when someone's in melee range. Arcane Spark. Yeah, we definitely have to move no matter how you slice it. I will move this lad. We are limited how far we can move, obviously. What I don't know is if that's like the maximum we can move in what... Yes, that's the maximum we can move with 1 AP, and if we were to double move, that's as far as we can go. Yeah, just learn the parameters, yeah. That's the one downside about games like this, is the devil really is in the details. If the game gives you a tutorial or a prologue, and it explains a bunch of the stuff, but not all the stuff, then you can still feel kind of like you're flying blind a little bit. And with the game this punishing, I really want to make sure I know the rules really, really well, because when a game like this fucks you over, maybe it doesn't fuck you over, but punishes you for a misstep or for a miscalculation, I'd like to minimize... I would like to minimize those as much as possible, of course. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move this guy over here. Into that Arcane Blast. Decent chance to crit, but it won't kill him, obviously. Yeah, just 3 damage, not much to it. We could have done Arcane Ray, I suppose. But we move first, obviously. I could have maybe used Telekinesis. The 12 steps with the Strength 2. So I think that the idea is... like Strength, for instance. We know what the Strength... how that works. Distance and damage dealt. Like, yeah, I wonder how much it would take to lift a person versus, like, the dynamite... like, the TNT box earlier. How much health does this guy have? He has 5 health, so there's a decent chance we will not be able to kill him this round. Unless I can get a shot on him. So, what would that look like? Not a very... yeah, it's much more likely to hit our bro. And when you move, that is a full commit, right? There's no take backsies. Yeah, there's no... oh, yeah, once you move, that's the full commit. So you really have to, like, fully consider these things. Alright, I'll just send the dog to attack him. There we go. And he is bleeding. It says target down. Well, the target is not down. He's very much still up. But he does bleed out, and that does do it. Cool. Good to know. Also good to know that when you have, like, a status effect that causes damage over time, it happens at the start of the turn. That is good to know. We got some food or some scrap. Probably food. I'm gonna assume food. Oh. Enhance the crystal with this gem. We found a gem, apparently. Cool. So this is where the roguelike aspects of the game come in, at least I think. So early we had these things equipped. Maybe now we actually get to use one of these skills. If we are choosing one of these things. So, I guess the idea is, yeah, you give them more damage. One of our allies, that is. Nearest ally adventurer. So this one propels an entity with strength. Okay, so 2.5. So it, like, pushes them somewhere. Could be nifty. Lightning arrow. Removes armor. Cool. But only, like, 1 pip of armor. One point of armor. And piercing lightning damage. Piercing means it ignores armor, deals damage to health and barrier. And then it's lightning, and that's good to know too. If a target is wet, that has to be taken into consideration. Let's say one of these two sounds pretty slick. The only downside with lightning arrow is that, of course, that could be very disastrous towards allies and friendos alike. Link of Might seems like it would always be useful, so I think we'll take that one. So this is our first run. We're, like, presumably... I mean, maybe this is still the prologue, I think, maybe? We have a mini-boss, though, so we're getting into it, man. We're getting into it. We also haven't had anything about, like, campfire management. Or, like, that aspect of it, so it makes me wonder if maybe we're still in prologue mode. It's hard to say. Let's see. The meat, he says. I see spider fellas. Following commands. It's like an evil druid, maybe? Tainted Mage. Blazing Vex and Warrior Vex. I'm gonna guess he has fire damage. So, Brun is up first. What I'm tempted to do is try the grapple shenanigans. Oh, never mind. You can only grapple... You can't move and grapple. What I would really like to understand is... Right. Okay, so that right there is extremely bizarre to me. Oh, never mind. Okay. So maybe that's the issue. Hold on. Uppercut? Uh-oh. No, it's not working. Uh-oh, I think we might have found a bug. Alright, let's click out. Click him again. Uppercut. Shit. So what usually happens is you get a little line that you can draw, and the line is not there. Do I uppercut myself? Unreachable. I cannot uppercut myself. Unreachable. Move. Okay, so that's what was happening earlier. Okay, I think I might have figured out why uppercut was using all of our AP. It's because the range we had to travel probably was doing it. However, yeah, I think it's bugged. Yeah, so he can't use anything. Okay, but I can still charge. And that probably is the better move. My original thought was I wanted to, like, fuck up both of those dudes. I could... kinda. Now, what I don't understand is why there's 2 arrows. Oh, maybe the idea is my guy would keep going past... and would still send the 2 dudes flying into each other. That actually would be pretty slick. I mean, I like the idea of hitting everybody, obviously. But I think I want to maybe prioritize the 2 underlings first. What's kind of nifty about this positioning... Oh my god, will that hit all 3? Let's try it. It is unfortunate we found a bit of a bug with that uppercut move, but... yeah, we hit everybody. That's pretty slick. So this is one of those games where sometimes, yeah, you might find yourself trying to tool around with the movement, trying to, like, get that like, precise placement of things to be extra advantageous in your favor. Like, how do you get that exact placement to hit as many bad guys as possible, to minimize as much damage to your fellow homies as possible, that kind of deal. So that's pretty slick. So telekinesis, yeah. Can't do arcane ray right now. That'll be the next round. So we can do the old-fashioned arcane spark. 6 and 11, 8 and 11, right. Bolt shot, of course, is a classic. Sets a trap when something rolls up. So yeah, if we know what to expect with these guys, I'm gonna guess that this guy's probably a melee fella. Probably, kind of, sort of. We could drop 8 damage. We could kill either one of these lads instantly. I think what I will do is bolt shot this motherfucker. And then dog attack you, unreachable. Okay. Commanded by another entity? Oh, right, which is this, yes. Oh, maybe it's because I clicked on the dog when I was kind of messing with the grapple, and now the dog is like in a grappled state or something. It seems like it's hacked. Man, that sucks. I was gonna have him attack, unless he was too far away. If I retrieve, put you there, then go? Nah, it's still borked, unfortunately. I guess I'll place a trap in case he decides to do a little something something. There we go. It's a shame. It's a shame that we found some what I think is some kind of bug. We do have this. And I will say, I'm assuming that'll be Armand. Passive skill? Oh, it's just a passive skill. Okay. So for you then, does it tell me how much the damage will be? It doesn't include this benefit, although it might be going to Hubert instead. It might be. Out of curiosity, could I do a telekinesis? It's kind of unclear. Strength of 2. It's like you can click. I think the idea is maybe I'd have to move closer and then use it, which I might go ahead and do. Move up. Oh, I'm dumb. I should have looked more. I probably moved too close. Shit. Yeah, so that's a reminder that I need to be very mindful of the movement points. Okay. And so, that's gonna be our turn. Yeah, so one of those things was definitely on me. But that second, the fact that we couldn't use the dog ability seemed very unpleasant. and that we like borked out of the grapple somehow. That's on cooldown, of course. I'm gonna guess he's gonna explode. It'd be very cool if I could grapple, throw him onto the trap, and then let the Vex explode. The thing is, I'm gonna guess the explosion is gonna happen on his turn, although it might be an interrupt. We got Perry in the house, by the way. What's up, Perry? So can I say grab you, and then fucking yoink your ass? Yeah, throw him. Oh, can I headbutt and then throw? Oh, that's like a special action or something? A swift action. 8 damage. Wow. Oh, it does damage ourself, though. I don't think that's necessary. Let's just do the throw. Okay, not quite enough to get onto the trap, but definitely into that explosion range. So, we could do more if we wanted to. I think I'll just move up, be close to this lad, because we want the melee guy to be in the action for sure. I'm going to move out of range for obvious reasons. And I can't do the lightning bolt because I don't have enough of the juice. Can I telekinesis you onto the... No, I can't. Can I telekinesis you? Wait, hold on. How does this work? An entity located up 12 steps, right. There? Yes. Yeah, that's exactly it. There we go. So you have to click it twice. There we go. And then I'm gonna move you out of range. Oh my god, I did the thing again where I'm using more action points because I'm not paying attention to the little pip marks. I can at least retrieve the doggy. But fuck, I could have ended this fight, man. I could have ended it. That's twice now I've done that, so I need to be on my best. I need to like be more observant about that kind of thing. That is it. Everyone's used their stuff and no swift actions are available right now. Oh, that's an unfortunate thing right there, where if someone's behind the UI, they get really hard to click. That's unfortunate. Let's see what happens here. We don't know what he's about to do. I'm gonna guess he's gonna explode, and that might hurt the friend. That's exactly what it did. There we go. There we go. I figured if he was a blazing guy, that would probably do it. So a little mini boss. We got to see how the grapple and throw works, and I found a bug, and I really need to learn to pay attention to the movement costs that keep screwing me over. So healing aura. In range at the end of the turn. I don't know what the range is. It'd be nice if it told us what the range was here. That sounds nice, but more critical hit chance. That would be really good for like rangers and that kind of deal. We have between the spellcaster and the bow person, the bowman. That of course sounds great. So I'm gonna say let's give us that one as well. We found another gem. No, it's an earthquake. It's a piece. It's a piece of a gem. Okay. So we can take food or lumber. Shit, we can't take both. There's enough like capable fellas and Cinderellas who think we have room for both, right? So I would say we'll take wood. We got 9 food. And we click this. All right, here we go. So this is the what's the word? This is like the upkeep stage, I guess you would say. So a blighted mist, it says. Heroes light a campfire and eat. All right, so one. Okay, so the campfire is one, but I probably should have taken the food because if it's one per hero, we're gonna burn through the food a lot quicker. Heroes have campfire APs. All right, so you can perform actions around the campfire. Chris is gonna do something as well. Blighted mist worsens. Dark events, you say. Can light it more to reduce the dark. Okay, so it's good to have more wood, of course. 3 times per night. Good. I think that's the game's way of saying you have to do it to satisfy the parameters of the tutorial. Choose the skills you have. Cool. Okay, so we can do whatevskis. Equipment or a resource. That's pretty cool. Use bad event risk. Dog heals. Oh, heals damage to an ally. Okay, so the only person that took damage was this dude. No, I don't know if there's going to be, like, any intrinsic healing. Damage to self. This is not a thing in tutorial. Yeah, so we are still in the tutorial, technically, I think. Dark event risk. Heals 1 character. So, yeah, I guess the question is... Yeah, dark event risk reduction. Share a drink, that's cute. Another wait, did that say booze? Casting. Oh, I wonder if that costs. Yeah, it even says uses 1. Ah, interesting. That also uses uses booze. Interesting. A lot of his stuff uses booze. Game of cards. Heals 5 blight. Which we don't. There's no blight level right now, I don't think. It says risk level, and I'm going to assume that's the same as blight level. I know I'm like racking up my nitpicks here, but that is another nitpick. We call this level, this bar we're saying, we call it one thing here, and we call it another thing here. I'm guessing the game means it's the same thing. Risk level is the same as blight level. I'm just assuming. But again, I don't want, like, you know, if the developers ever find this video or something like that, I wouldn't want to make it sound like I'm just like being insufferable. But like games like this really live and die by how clear, how enabled the player is to make like informed and smart decisions, given like how punishing games like this usually are. You know, when you fuck up, you really suffer the consequences. Your party or the run suffers the consequences. So, you know, a game punishing you when you take a misstep or when you miscalculate something, like, that's fair. But I feel like the game should meet you halfway and make sure it's abundantly clear how certain things work and like how certain mechanics work. So if some things are, you know, it took me a while to figure out what was going on, why a movement turns or movement actions sometimes cost more. Like that, I wish that was a little bit more clear from the get-go. And yeah, some of these like kind of mechanical deals, being consistency definitely matters here. So again, I know it might come off as nitpicks, and they probably are, but it's because I know how games like this typically go, and I know what can turn people off from them. Those small little things do add up, of course. They do add up. So don't really see a whole lot else. Gets 2 or 3 units of wood, which would be nice. He has, I think they said everybody has 3. Oh no, that's the campfire. Okay. So it's not so much that each person has 3, it's you have 3 total and 1 for the crystal. So I think getting more wood is nice. Reducing bad chance of things is also good. We definitely want to heal this dude. He only took a little bit of damage anyway. Warm of all skills. 10 blight from all allies. From all allies. So that makes me wonder. Oh, I think I see it. I think blight is a specific meter. I think I'm seeing it. So the risk level is separate from the blight level, but the blight level is character specific, not party specific. So, yeah. To self and 1 ally. Okay, yeah, I thought we were all talking about this risk level. So this risk level can't be reduced anymore. Now I figured it out. I know. It's like, I try to be fair. And I try to, like, you know, give criticism that is hopefully constructive, but not being like, yo, this game fucking sucks. Because we all know that kind of person. You know, something inconveniences them. We're like, yo, this game's dog shit. It's like, very rarely is a game truly just bad. Usually it's like, it's not for them. But rarely is it, like, terrible. You see a person just, you know, doesn't know how to offer, you know, just normal ass criticism. It's not hard. It's not hard to do so. So, mostly healing skills use some kind of resource. I'm gonna have the lick wound skill go to you. We don't need to worry about reducing risk. He did take some damage. So I would say the best way to heal the blight would be a game of cards with this fella. There we go. Everyone's all set. And then for funsies, I would say either try to get an equipment or a resource, or just get some wood. Let's just get some wood. Oh, well, hold on. Alright, so once you, oh, there we go. Right click to deselect. Rev warm-ups, random map info. You know, that actually might be kind of cool, although we have a linear path, so I don't know how much it's going to help right now, obviously. Yeah, all these things cost some kind of resource, and things are really easy right now. They will not always be easy. Wood. Okay. So we've used all of our stuff. Again, these all use something, so I think I'll hold off. Time to sleep. I don't know if you, like, heal by default when you sleep. I would assume probably not. Oh, you still get Blight points. Okay. You still get Blight points. What about Echo the Dolphin? I've actually never played Echo the Dolphin. The thing I'll say about Echo the Dolphin is I love how it looks. I think it looks very pretty. And I love how fucking cracked out and wild as fuck the story is. The narrative and the story for Echo the Dolphin is impossible to follow. It's fucking like dolphins and time travel and space aliens. It's some crackhead shit. And I appreciate how over the top it is. But yeah, it's fucking nutty. It's absolutely nutty. We got Meerkat in the house. What's up, Mr. Meerkat? Good to see you, buddy. So after enough blight points, you become tainted, and then deranged, and then fractured. So you still get the blight no matter what you do, just by virtue of rusting and by virtue of getting closer and closer towards the blight areas. So we got an unknown thing. I would say the map info thing would be nice if we had like branching paths, but for a linear path, we're just gonna roll with this one. We have some friends, or is it evil? He says, I saw a gnome. Are they the gnomes from the game we were playing last night with the homies? Burgle and Gnomes? Because that game was very fun and very silly. Just the demo, obviously, but still, it was a good time. So, no trouble. Well, I see the mushrooms. I see the toadstools. Gnomes are probably everywhere. Getting out of here, he says. Fades away into the mist. We want to find that gnome. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. What's the worst that could happen? Is that the gnome? He says, I like you. We all like you, don't we? I'll give you a gift. Likes us a lot. A little bit intense, yeah. Alright. So, arcane damage, cool, for our wizard fella, or for hunter fella. But good chance to dodge, or more life points. I'm gonna say, give me that more arcane damage, babe. Alright. So, good to know that some encounters truly can be kind of nice, kind of pleasant. Not everything is going to be terrible and scary. So, but a lot of it will. A lot of it will be terrible and scary. Kind of cold, Meerkat. I'm sorry, man. That's no funsies. Is it just like not very warm in the abode right now? No, in a lot of in a good chunk of the country today, it was actually not too bad. Here it was like 55, 58. It was like shockingly nice out. I don't usually think of this nice weather when it comes to mid-February, so I was pleasantly surprised. My humble shop. So I have... How much gold dost thou have? 12. I have 12 monies. So I could buy just this thing. However, it is cursed. So it adds blight. But it has lots of damage to it. Good damage and good threat. I'm gonna guess threat means like aggro, like it makes enemies attack this person more likely. The 20% damage sounds nice. Heals one at the end of combat, presumably whoever holds it. Got some food. We got some healing items, which is nice. Get 5 uses of food for $1. It's actually not, or for 1 gold. It's really not bad. Not bad at all. Got some herbs, some scrap. We have some starting resources, obviously. Ruffian rags. Hastened gives another action point. That's huge. Wow, that could be incredible, actually. Nice chance to dodge. Man, 1 action point. Oh, baby. That's great. I like all these things. I like all these things. Going to blow literally all of my money on a very nice thing. Want to blow all of my money on some very nice thing. Resin crafts. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, you got to leave the house. Yeah. Because that's usually not how it goes this time of the year. I'm glad it was nice and warm for you guys. It was warm as hell here. That's some good shit, man. So you know what else is huge? A nut hydrate. Nut followed by a rehydrate, because nutting big like that can, drain the resources, as it were. This is down here. That's to look at our stuff. So I should give this to Arcane Fella. There we go. Already has a scepter and clothes, so no one's naked, unfortunately. I know, I'm as broke up about as you are. Hydrate after an always important, Meerkat. Always important. Good recommendation. Good way to remember these things. Heal. Right. Cool. can also sell things if there were things I was less inclined to give a shit about. Nice damage, nice threat. It does pretty good damage. Man, I think one additional action point could sometimes be huge. Thinking more about it. That means more movement. That means more, like, grapple opportunities. Potentially more uppercuts, that kind of deal. Man, that sounds huge. I kind of want to go for that one, even though I could definitely use more food. But there will be more fights. There will be more fights where that came from. Can probably sell the old stuff. Oh, maybe you don't have the old stuff. Maybe it's, yeah, I think it's how it goes. There is no old stuff to sell. That is how it goes. That is how it goes, I think. If I try to sell, yeah, all I can do is sell any of this stuff. So yeah, I mean, I guess if I really, really wanted to, we could sell, like, some wood to buy some food, but I think we're okay for now. There we go. Moving on to the mini-boss. And oh wait, no, actually that's a regular combat. The next one will be a mini boss. I see. There we go. So there's more over here. We found some holes, by the way. I'm always excited to find some holes. Now the tricky thing about this game is that you truly get very little conveyance as to what are the bad guys going to do in this kind of game. That is one downside. We'll just tell you, the arcane damage... Oh, never mind. The arcane damage happens... Or is given to you because the item is equipped. For a minute there, I thought these things were showing up on the status bars, but they are not. Not yet. So... Could I move to you? It would take... all of my movement to get to him. And I could then do an attack, but it would be pretty minimal, unfortunately. If I were to try a charge, I would go right up against the hole and I'd be sad. If I were to go here and charge, or like here, and yeah, it's like there's really not a good way to do this. We definitely want to get up close and personal, no matter how you slice it. The charge costs 2. So yeah, it's like if there was a place to move and then charge, I'd be really tempted. Something like that, followed by a charge, would be really cool. But I think, like as a quick experiment here... Yeah, I think it would like, I would just kind of barely be glancing off of it. Looking at where those roots kind of begin. It's like, I think I would be just... Actually, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I should just try it. Maybe I should just try it. I'm worried about it kind of glancing right there. That charge would be really cool and would be an incredible way to start this thing off. And you know what? What I could probably do is do a charge, and even if it's not a direct charge, it would probably still be enough to hit him. Nice. So if I'm able to knock him down the hole... Now, I don't know if it works like this. You might have to throw them into a hole versus charging them into one. Let's try it. It worked. It absolutely worked. That's wonderful. So that's an instant kill, using your environment to your advantage. Now, of course, it goes the other way, too. If they were to use their environment to their advantage, that could be not so good for old Alex. So that's his turn. 10 HP for the rest of them. They probably have really good movement, if I had to guess. Doesn't tell us how many APs they have. Or how many action points. Alright, well, I definitely can't get into standard range. I could try telekinesis. I go there. Does that put me anywhere closer? I'm still too far out of range. I will let them approach. I will let them approach. But you, yeah. I think same kind of thing here. I think what I will do, I will, yes, maybe just get right next to this guy. Originally, I was thinking I kind of want to put a trap down, but I'd put a trap in front of the brawler. tempted to like... Yeah, I feel like I should really use both of my movement points to get closer. And I will call the doggy. Definitely call the doggy. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, I mean, we could move him closer if we wanted to, but again, I feel like there's something to be said about letting them come to us. Actually, what I might do maybe is move back a little bit. That way he can fire past us. And also that way we're getting some of that benefit, some of those superchargers. And turn. Sure enough, they move up, but they can't reach us fully. So a couple options come to mind. The charge is on cooldown. The grab is still available. So let's kind of count this out. I can move, grab one, toss it down the hole, and then I can move again, but I would need a 4th action point to do a second grab. Actually, I noticed that we only have the 2 green marks. I wonder... Way to look at my inventory. I was wondering, because I couldn't help but notice, like, I wonder if the, if that +1 to action point thing is truly +1 for the entirety of a fight versus 1 per turn. 1 per turn sounds like is maybe almost too good to be true. Maybe 1 action point bonus is like just a one-time thing. I guess there's only one way to find out. I might just play it safe. And, oh, okay, actually we can grab right from the get-go. So I could go for the grab, and that would be a 1 action point use. I could go for the grab, toss him in. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. So grab, toss him in, down the hole. Can I go for the other one? Toss him down the hole. Yep, it's... Dude, the grappler with his grab. So I do think, unfortunately, that +1 to AP is not per turn. I think that's per combat. So you only truly just get a +1, which is not great, but it could be worse. And then everything from here on out is just a bonus. Chance to crit. We got the crit. Nice. Flawless victory. Flawless victory. D&D research. Ooh, Meerkat's making some magic happen. That's exciting. Big exciting. Rehydrate on the nut. I know there's a very real chance I've fallen behind on the Discord post, so there's a very good chance I have not seen the one that's being referenced here. I did like the game that someone shared, the Become game, because I was telling Gracie about it. I was like, I'm kind of surprised no one's made a game about this previously. Like Elgaso said, maybe there's some indie project somewhere, but you would think this would be a more low-hanging fruit. That was a Farsight post. That makes sense. That makes sense. So we got a level for the hunter. Underdog ends a skill. Performs a... Wait, hold on. Performs a 25% longer quickstep, adding... Oh, I see. So it ends a skill, performing a longer... 25% longer quickstep. I think the idea is... Oh, I'm a dumbass. These are new skills. Okay, these are new skills, yeah. Use 2 action points, a longer cooldown, but worse accuracy, and it's 4 damage each. I don't know, that's pretty punishing, honestly. The less accuracy thing could be brutal. I mean, I guess if you're, like, really close, I guess that could be good. But I don't know how this game calculates accuracy in that sense. If accuracy is higher if they're closer, or if it's just a flat rate. I guess I'll take this one. Upgrading gem. Oh, that was the thing we probably just used just now. I'll take some food. But now we have a way to generate more food. Now, do we want to go right to the mini-boss? I don't think we have a choice. I think... Did anybody take any damage? Everyone is doing fine. Yeah, I wonder if we have the ability to just skip. We do not. We do not have the ability to skip. We have to rest. Okay, makes sense. As that was a little bit unclear earlier in the prologue, we were able to just go from fight to fight. The risk level is a solid 20 for sure. It says go check it out. I might check it out once we wrap this up here. No damage deal, which is nice. Which will not always happen, obviously. And we definitely want to... Let's see. Yeah, we have plenty of wood still, so we'll lower that by 1. Could use some scrap, or 2 bits of scrap. Just at the traps, of course. Or use some beer. Produce, or I could just use 1 wood. We have so much wood. And blight from all allies. Oh, wow, from all allies. That sounds great. Yeah. I kind of want to just do that one, honestly. 3 scrap for that one. Heal somebody. Yeah, I would say that's a huge one. Well, everybody has their blight reduced, which is nice. Anything else I would want to do? I mean, some of these are nice little buffs. We don't necessarily need more wood. Random map info. We only... Well, all we have is a mini-boss left on the map, so not much to be known there. So... Yeah, maybe a resource would be kind of cool. Warm up with all skills for one day. Let's do that one. A little bit of that. And... warm up... I'm gonna guess that's for just this one guy. Just for him. And then sleep. I'm trying to think what song it is. I think those first 2 notes, when you get back into the overworld map, bum bum, my brain goes to bum 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 bum, which I think is the intro to Castlevania. Like the prologue, like the opening sequence for Castlevania, like original Castlevania. Like I think that's what that one is. Anyway, on to the mini boss. The earlier mini boss was not so bad. But again, this is all prologue. This is all baby mode. Final step of your trial. Wait, are you the villain? If I had to guess. Forged in hatred, bound in flame. Is it you? You're prepared for the journey to come. Teleport away in a very mischievous way. Yeah, so that's some fucking Final Fantasy Garland looking shit right there. Trial ends in ash. Demonic. I did hear about that, Chuck. Yeah, one of the developers for Castlevania and Bloodstained. Yeah, I really did hear about that. And that it was, I think it was cancer. It was like, it wasn't like old age. It was very, very sad, very tragic. So he deals so the damage he deals also causes blight. Damage by 1. Up to 3 armor. Each armor reduces... Oh, okay. So I don't know how much armor he has. 2 armor, maybe? So you have to really damage the shit out of him. Demonic Winged Imp. Okay. And the Demonic Fiend. Not a demonic friend. Demonic Fiend. Late 50s. So not old by any stretch. Yeah, that's really sad. That's very sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I saw a post... by one of like the retro pages I followed made some kind of reference to that. It was a name I didn't recognize, but clearly they'd like been very involved, and the fact they'd been working on Bloodstained means that they were still active. They'd been active, fairly recently. So yeah, that's really awful. Awful to hear, man. And of course, I saw somebody make mention of it earlier. Who was it? Robert Duvall passed away, I think, today, or at least recently. So like, yeah, like, man, a lot of just tragedies across the board. I guess in Robert Duvall's case, he was like 95 or like in his 90s. So maybe it's not so much tragic for him, but still sad. So yeah, lots of sad things, unfortunately. Sad things. Like I said, like I always like to say, this is why I have things like video games to distract me from the terrors of real life, man. So the thing with this skill is that, yeah, it deals 4 damage. So the fact that it still shows the guy taking 4 damage makes me think he'll, like, surely he'll resist some of it, right? I would like to hit as many. Oh, I think the idea is I'll bounce off of the 2 of them, maybe. Deals. Oh, I see. It's because it's dealing 6, but it's doing the reduction for me. Doing that damage reduction for me. Okay, that's good. That sounds great. That, like, starting salvo of just smacking the dick off of him. Or I could go directly to this guy and deal a little bit less damage to the big guy. But I like the idea of hitting them both. Both where it hurts. Yeah, so you just kind of power through them both. You're in for it. So I'm gonna guess we probably can't grapple him, as funny as it would be. And if we could, there's not much like throw him into. I guess you could maybe throw him into one of the fiends, maybe. I think I'd rather just do an uppercut. Bop. So pretty good damage on him. Starting strong. Oh, and I think this is a passive skill then. Okay. When a dog ends a skill, performs a 25% longer quickstep, adding 30% damage for 2 turns. What does quickstep mean? So this is another nitpick I have, and it kind of just follows what I was saying earlier, where I'm like, looking at a thing like this and I go, what do these terms mean? There's another instance of a term being thrown out that seems inconsistent with the rest of the game. So performs a skill, okay, that's what these are, obviously. But then performs a 25% longer quickstep. Does that mean, like, just manually use move and move backwards, or is that saying this is gonna happen automatically? I don't know. I wish this was a little bit more clear. And it's unfortunate that, yeah, we're seeing this as a constant deal here. But I'm still having a good time, still enjoying myself, despite some, yes, again, some nitpicks. I do want to move up to attack this lad, or to attack somebody. It'll be, what is it? Yeah, 6 damage. So I can attack and have him do 6 damage directly, or use the dog attack for bleeding. But I can't do both. Actually, the dog might still be able to reach. Oh, right, but never mind. It still costs an action point to send him out. I think what I will do... I'm gonna hope that he will be drawn towards this lad. So I think I'll move up here. That'll put me into range to attack some things, basically all things, which is great. All things that I wish to attack. So, decent chance for a crit. 4 damage, it's not much, but it's something. I'm definitely concerned about the other lads. So maybe I should focus some of my energies on taking out some of these other fellers. That'd be a lot of damage towards him, but I think he is more likely to be able to reach him. Actually, I guess I can find out now. Can you reach this lad? Yes. Even though it looks like it's going through the tree, it's a guaranteed chance to hit. And a pretty good chance to crit. That's a guaranteed hit as well, yeah. I think that's exactly what I will do. Hit. I'll bring the doggy here. Then for you, give him the old zappy zap. But no, it does, like, bounce off of things, which is kind of satisfying. I mean, if I wanted to... Almost like, yeah, kind of, like, glance things off of that guy, like, pull some other shenanigans. Good damage on him. Very good. Good first round. Yeah, the dog, yeah, has an action point, but Hubert's the one that has to spend the action points to actually have the dog do something. Passive skill. All right, cool. End turn. Goes to grapple the doggy. He goes to attack this lad, causes some bleeding. He attacks the brawler, and then ooh, some fire burninating. I'm gonna guess he was the one that did the fire damage. Because at first I was like, oh, it's one of these guys. Like, no, that wouldn't make sense. All right, so he's grappling the dog. We don't know what he's about to do to the dog. So, actually, well, we already know he's attacked him. We've all gotten burninated. He might be not long for this world. At the start of the turn. We don't know how many turns he's burninating. The dog can't do anything. Yeah, no actions for the dog allowed. Make a shot on him. I can just do a point-blank shot on him. Hoping that might, like, have him relinquish the doggy. If it works that way. Probably doesn't work that way. I could also set a trap, I guess. I'm not sure if it works that way, but I could try it. It does use the scrap. We don't have an infinite amount of that stuff. Probably not much of a need to move right now. Of course, that guy hit us earlier. Oh, I was hoping it would still, like, go off, but I guess it kind of makes sense that it doesn't happen automatically. I can just go ahead and blast his ass. I would not be able to hit him where I'm at. I'd have to move. So, I say let's go ahead and guarantee. Ooh, actually, could I do telekinesis on that lad? No. Oh, maybe because he's too big? Because they're not line of sight. So let's go ahead and pop this guy. Get him out of there. I think because he's grappled. I think you can't use telekinesis when he's grappled. I will move further out. Especially if this guy's going to be doing some flamethrower bullshit. I was hoping I'd still be able to just throw the trap on him, but it doesn't work like that. Yes, that's the downside of being grouped up like this. So we're rife for some flamethrowing. And then you over here. It'd be really cool if I could throw you into the trap, but I know he's too heavy to throw that far. He'll just do a couple uppercuts. Nice crit. Very good. Keep wailing on him. Making him real sad. And I think we're all out of stuff to do right now. Turn. Continue attacking the dog. He knocked my guy real far back. With some pretty rough flame damage. We're all burninating right now. And bleeding. Burninating and bleeding. An awful combination. Now, if we wanted to, we could just use Arcane Ray and finish his ass. I think I'll leave that to the Brawler. Actually, we can just have him... Like, I can move him back a little bit. Yeah, I kind of want to just leave it to the Brawler to just handle it. Only downside... What if I did that? Yeah, what if I just charged for that guy? I think we wouldn't be able to charge and reach him. Yeah, the Brawler, unfortunately, might not be able to do much here, because... Well, actually, hold on. No, that's not true. That's not true. Because at first... Oh, no, I can't see it, unfortunately. Yeah, I think the answer is that would use all of our... Yeah, no matter how you slice it, that uses all of our AP. What I could do is have him do his thing, and then Armand use just a standard Arcane Spark. I kind of want to have him, like, blast this motherfucker. 7 HP. It wouldn't be enough to kill. But it would zap him real damn good. He'd be able to go for the finish. Actually, yeah, well... I'd be able to go for the finisher, yeah, exactly. However, we're able to do just a 3-fer. 4 HP. His is 8 damage. Yeah, so no matter what, we're sending him into the fucking stratosphere, so I'm okay with that then. So sure enough then, Charge is very satisfying. Let's like bop him into. There's nothing I can like knock him into. And that uses all of his AP, unfortunately. So use your Arcane Spark. One little pip of 1 damage is enough. Have you do the same on this fool. Then, since he's grappling with your wolf, I'm gonna have you do the honor of finishing his ass off. That's the combat. There we go. Tactics are tacticking, baby. We survived. We got roughed up pretty bad, but we felled the boss. So that was the tutorial. That was the prologue. We got a prime rune, so I'm gonna guess that probably means there's meta progression. Probably like a roguelite or a roguelikes with meta progressions sometimes do. So that was the prologue. 1 out of 6 complete. Let's start our first proper run. I don't know if there's other characters we can play as or like include in our party, or if it's just these 3 at the start. Challenging world, select your difficulty, probably whatever the standard is. Available runes. Level 2, yep. I guess that means pick one of these. Oh wait, hold on. No, I just. Oh no, did I lock in? Oh no! Oh no, did it lock it in? Oh, okay. I was gonna say no. I just want to like, I just want to see. Just say don't let me don't like have it be permanent, man. Guess I got to be careful when I'm clicking, man. So 2 earth bolts at the end of the turn. 2 damage to random enemies. I'm gonna assume that they are not as the crow flies and that they like home in on a bad guy. Because if that's something you can't control and it's as the crow flies, you would hope that there's not like a melee guy standing in the way of those bolts. Because otherwise that could get very awful. It'd be very terrible, you know, for allies, obviously. Crystal Death Ward. And 1 party Death Ward. Crystals heal 3 HP after a Death Ward revival. A passive skill. 1 Crystal Death Ward and 1 party Death Ward. I'm guessing those are items you have to use. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a freebie. I see. Quick step per combat. Small free move in any direction. That actually could be really useful. Oh, and that's the wolf thing. We saw the wolf thing make mention of a quick step, and I was like, what does quick step mean? So it is a skill you didn't have. So dealing 2 damage to random enemies. That actually sounds really nice. The downside is that a lot of enemies, like scary enemies, will have damage reduction. So it will be not as helpful in the most important of times, which is to say against boss battles. That's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. What I think I'm also looking at is the things it like enhances into. Or things it opens up, rather. More crystal health. Enemies move, or heroes move 30% more, so better movement range, which is nice. Pretty good stuff here. Pretty good. I mean, they're all good, honestly. Recruit a new ally when someone drops. That's kind of nice. 4 of each resource. Hastened. I wonder what hastened does. Probably like faster. Well, I guess I don't know what. Like maybe just better movement. Hard to say. The crystal can move. That's kind of neat. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling this one though. I guess even in the case of boss battles or many boss battles, we still saw instances where a boss can have underlings that can still be, you know, like enhanced enemies that are still scary, where that can still be useful. That's at the end of a turn, so presumably it happens multiple times per combat, you know, multiple times per turn. So let's go for that then. And these were the starters that we could choose from at least. Although we eventually got that one. So uses 1. Uses 1 what exactly? AP. Yeah, that's all well and good. Cooldown 2. Uses 1. 1 AP uses 1. I wonder what it uses. Probably, I would assume like a medicinal item, that kind of thing. These things, the herbs. So I wonder if that's a bug, if they're trying to say there's a thing it uses. Hard to say. Yeah, the one that shreds, that actually could be huge for boss battles. So maybe I will leave that in there as the skills that we could potentially reach. I don't know if this, I mean, I'm guessing this probably helped, but I never saw, there was never any indication it was doing something. So I don't know. I don't know if I ever saw any instances where I was like, oh, we did more damage than expected. Oh, it's because of that thing. I mean, if it was helping, I never saw any indication that it was being active. I think I might switch this one out. Oh, can you not switch them out? Okay, maybe it doesn't work that way. Okay. Oh, I see. So you have these that you're able to choose from, and then you can maybe discover these other ones. Okay, never mind. Now I think I get it. So we got easy, presumably, normal, hard, right. We'll just do normal difficulty and start a run. And yeah, I kind of want to do that lightning arrow one. That sounds kind of nice. Oh, I didn't look to see if there was a way to get other heroes, like other classes of heroes added to our party. I guess the answer is no. I guess that you just have brawler, mage, rogue as like the start, or as the as the characters you have available. Of course, they don't have the standard clothes anymore. All right, moving on up, on to combat. Of course. Got some skeletons. We're surrounded. Oh shit. And we're wet. Which means, thank goodness we just got this skill, because this could get real sexy real quick. Not only is everybody wet, but these guys are like standing in the water. Which actually, okay, it looks like it doesn't actually matter, because any amount of wetness is the same amount of wetness. I might save him for last then. 6 damage for last. Because what I would really like to do is... Can't do the chargenizations, unfortunately. What I'd probably do then is move out of the way to clear room for the charge, because the charge will kill one of them. Oh, wait, no, it won't kill one of them, but it'll damage the shit out of one of them. And most likely fuck up the other one really good. I think I will move... There was a place behind cover, that'd be really cool, but that's not going to be an option, unfortunately. What I will do... Move... That should give me line of sight, yeah, for sure. So, it'd be cool to, like, slap that guy instantly, but I think I'd rather just go for you directly. Range, of course, is scary in cases like this. And then call the doggy. Now I have free reign to do this. It won't kill that guy, but it'll fuck him up real good. Bonk. Now, I'm curious, does this go through them? No, it doesn't. Not go through them. Oh, does it knock back? It looks like it hits them both. Oh, it does the zappies. The zappies means that, like... Oh, because they're in the water puddle. Okay, so when you're wet, the lightning does more damage, I think, is the idea. Yeah. It's pure... Oh, it's piercing damage. That's the key. It's piercing damage. Lightning damage is piercing damage. Good. So it worked out really well in that one instance. That's incredible. Arcane Ray's not available right now. The Arcane Raymond. And telekinesis wouldn't do shit for me at this point. So I'll just do a little Arcane Spark. Another one? Another one. Alright. A good starting turn. Oh, there was the extra. What? He resurrected? What the hell? That's the thing they can do? Ow. Because he can't phase me. He's probably a little bit phased. I wonder, is there something else I'm supposed to fight? Or like something like, it's like a shaman or like a necromancer somewhere. I don't see anything, so I think we're just keep going. So I can't do that one again because it's on cooldown. Yeah, that happens automatically. And that's on cooldown, obviously. Can I still grapple? Guess I could just do an uppercut followed by an uppercut. That's 6 HP? Yeah, 6 damage. That's one. And then another one. And then another one. Just keep punching them down, man. Like, line them up and knock them down. Anything else that's like worth doing at this point? Other than the obvious thing, which is to say just blast his ass. Out of range? Oh, there's like a minimum range. I see what's going on. Oh, fucking hell. I did the usual thing where I don't look how many movement points it's costing. I almost wish there was something that said, like, if you go to move, it only allows you the maximum amount of move space. I wish it only allowed you the maximum move space for one move unit, and that's all you could do. And if you wanted to double move, you had to do bop, bop. You had to, like, do 2 separate clicks instead of allowing you the supposed convenience of doing it in one single click. I think it's like, I know the game developers were probably trying to make that a convenience for you, but I can't be trusted. Or maybe I should say it this way. It'd be nice if there was an option, like a gameplay option that says, like, allow for 1-click 2 movement points. Like 1-click double moves. Or disallow that and only allow 1 move at a time. That is going to continue getting my ass at that, I'm almost certain. He says reviving. I think reviving is a one-time thing, though. Oh, or I could fuck up the bones pile, but I can't do that because I fucked myself with this guy because I'm a dumbass, and again, I can't be trusted. What I can do, though, is have the dog attack. Bite the bones. So if you bite the bones before they resurrect, that'll work, too. Or just kill them twice. We found more arcane damage, or more, just a little bit more damage for the brawler. A little bit of damage, and the 10% chance to dodge is not going to amount to much, unfortunately. 10% damage also is not going to amount to much, because like 10% of damage for, say, the uppercut is going to be 0.6 damage. I don't think this game does, what's the word? I don't think this game does decimals, or if it does, it hasn't displayed them to us. And I don't know if I can assume it will round up or down, so I feel like I should play it safe with the marbles. Same kind of problem, like 20% of 3 damage. That's a guaranteed round down, obviously. So for the standard attack, that wouldn't amount to anything, really, assuming that the game rounds down. For the lightning skill, that's a lot better. The lightning skill is like 6 damage, or maybe it's 8. It's something. It's pretty good. And of course, it goes in a straight line, and I think it's even lightning itself. Like, I think that it does lightning as an element damage. That's better. Maybe I should just give it to this guy. We use the brawler a lot. Yeah, let's just give it to him. Let's give it to him. All right, so we got the wood, got the healing poultices, the herbs, that is. The one guy did get slapped around a little bit. I'd say stuff. Take some wood. All right, so that was not campfire worthy. Now, it's a little bit unclear to me what dictates when we use the campfire versus when we don't. We have no bandages, by the way. I'm gonna guess that happens... Yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know when you use the campfire, when you don't, because, yeah, I don't have the ability to do right now. As far as which option we want to go to, neither one seems to be super enticing. Now, I do wonder what red means. We know it's unknown, but it's like spicy unknown. Do I want to go towards spicy unknown? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. We, of course, have a mini-boss, and then there's the maxi-boss. Big guy down there. I'm a little bit curious about the red unknowns. This the spicy unknown. Let's go for that. Another combat session. We got some explosive barrels placed precariously in the forest. That's where forests... That's where explosive barrels come from. They just grow indigenously in wooded forest areas. Of course, they're tainted. No surprise there. Tainted peasant. Tainted villager. Tainted peasant. Can I just pick up a barrel and just yeet it? That'd be satisfying. Telekinetic. Like... Now, what I don't know is what the explosive range looks like. Let's just assume that'll work. Oh! Okay, it didn't work. It has to hit a target. I guess I could have you shoot it. Okay, there we go. That's actually pretty good, the fact that it hits everybody. Yeah, let's do that. And it lights their asses on fire. Love that. I like how he turned to face the thing that just did damage to him. Okay. So that is nice. Really like to do... charge into yo ass. Smack these dudes. Yeah, maybe against both of those guys. Such a strong opener. Bonk. It's a good opener. Good opener. But I hardly even know her. So the big one's not ready yet. I could just go ahead and zap him down. Oh, except I would hit my friend. 75% chance, yeah. Definitely can't hit, yeah. Zap you. Or I could move. There's nothing oh no, except I already used telekinesis. And I can't use telekinesis again. Because it's on cooldown. Of course it is. Of course it is. I could have him do something. I can't fire again. It's in the dog. Unreachable, okay. What if I put the dog right there? And then sent the dog? Unreachable, yeah. I think it's just too far away is the problem. I'll just move up. Yeah. Up right there. The dog out front, because the dog is the melee guy. I am not the melee guy, obviously. And I'll just have you attack this person. Do I want to have you do something? I mean... He would kill the shit out of that guy, guaranteed. Sure. Why the hell not? Yeah, no downside to this, really. Just going to use it. We get the 2 free shots at the end. Little damages, yeah. He burninates, she dies to death. Can't reach anybody. Oh, he throws a rock and misses. Now, can I throw him into the barrel? Or, no, even better, can I pick up the barrel? I think I can do exactly that. So pick up the barrel, throw it to you. Oh, wait, hold on. Grab that. This I'm burning? Oh, wait. Wait, why am I burning? He threw like a rock at us. Maybe the idea is if somebody's burning and they attack you with a physical skill, there's like a chance for it to apply burning to you as well. Even though it was a ranged attack, seems a little weird. Anyway, throw it on your ass. Oh no, I can't throw it without exploding myself. Oh. You know what? I know what to do. Throw it just past him. Now it's burning. Finish the job. Gotta go for the points for style. Completely unnecessary explosive kill. The burnination, I think it did go away. It's now something for Armand this time. Critical damage. Not crit chance, critical damage. For a new skill. Oh, fuck. I wanted to read it, not... Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's on me, that's on me. More wood. Yeah. Yeah, probably. I do want to see what that new skill is. And we're... Actually, I think I can look now, actually. Skills. Creates a 5-step long obstacle. That's kind of cool. Stops any projectiles. Yeah, I would have picked that one. That's actually pretty nifty. It'll be useful against certain ranged shenanigans. Going towards the spicy one, but still no opportunity to rest so far, which is unusual. Maybe that only happens when you get a certain distance towards the boss, towards the end boss area. Because I would like to heal if that was an option. We got some bushes, which I'm guessing means like has some obscured situations. Yeah, so less chance to get hit by ranged attacks makes sense. And of course these guys, they're just a couple of bores, so they don't, and I'm not trying to say that they're boring, but I mean that they don't have probably any ranged attacks. So it's only gonna make things annoying for Hubert. Now does it say increase the probability to be hit? I do like one of these and have it tell me 63%, or I could say don't even fuck with that and just have the dogs go for him. I could do my favorite starter, which is to just go for the charge. Now, if I do that, though, it will push him potentially out of range. So maybe I want to start in a simple way. Unreachable, yeah. So I think I might have to have him move up then. Right there. Move up. Hold the dog. Right here. And then go for the attack. No followers to perform the skill. What do you mean? He's right there. Commanded by another entity. Right, yes. No followers to perform the skill. Is he not a follower now? No followers to perform the skill. What the fuck? Is it because he's... Is it because he's in vegetation? Maybe... Huh. It's awfully weird. I wonder why that is. So you can't command the dog, the wolf? Yeah, that's bizarre. I can't really think of a reason why. Best I can figure is maybe you can't see him because he's covered in vegetation or like the less threat. I don't know, that seems kind of hokey. Very unusual. Yeah, I can't understand why that is. Well, I mean, so much for the best laid plans, man. That means... Alright, so that's useless. I guess I'll still... Yeah, the chance to hit is still the same. I'll go and take the shot now, because if he does his charge, or when he does his charge, it's only going to make that harder to see him. So, of course, we miss, obviously. I could have him do the thingy. That will also have a pretty good chance to miss. But there's no risk to this one right now, so I might as well. So I got the hit. For you... Yeah, the really fun one isn't available right now. What I might do is... I'll just do the 2 shots. One misses. One hits. And now... Enough to kill, but it'll slap him really good. Make him really sad. Okay. I will say... The, this combat music is not the most, like, blood-pumping combat music I've ever heard in my life. I think it's either like a stand-up bass or a bass guitar just kind of noodling around. It's pleasant, but it's not what I think of when I think of battle music. Very, very, like, chill and comatose. Charges the dog. Wow. Unexpected. Regular attack against Brun. Pretty good damage, honestly. So he's doing something. Oh, he's gonna charge Hubert, probably. Now what I could do... Move up. Oh, he's charging the crystal. Can't move the crystal on its own, can it? No, but I can telekinetically move it? There we go. Oh, that's a shame that happened regardless. I guess it was a one-turn deal, yeah. That's the thing, if Hubert would have moved, it would have hurt the crystal, which would have been very much an issue. I mean, this is an issue, too. What I'd be tempted to do... I grab you... and throw him into you. Not enough to damage him, unfortunately. And by this point, we've already committed, which is kind of a shame. I could do the headbutt. I guess I might as well. It's not gonna, like, hurt them. Can still do the uppercut. Or I could do the throw now. But not much benefit to do. I'll just punch him in the ass. Punch his ass. For you... 10% chance to hit. Wow. Oh no, what about you? Out of range? He's within the danger zone range is what I'm sure they mean. Move back. Can I now have the dog attack? Yes. It'd be 3 damage. Or at this range, he's still in the underbrush. They'll take the guaranteed damage. Cause him some bleeding, which is good. Hit him. What? That is not where I told you to go. I said right there. And I can't do it anymore. It's just not enough action points. Even though it's a free action. Oh, I see. It's a free action for him to use it. But it did use the dog's action points. Okay. But it doesn't explain why the dog didn't move where I clicked. Maybe the idea is that there was no way to get there? Like maybe this thing maybe this branch was blocking it? But I never even saw like one of those like little movement indicators to say they're gonna move here. Like when I say, for instance, what's a good example? Like this little movement indicator. I never even saw one of these little things. These little like kind of bullseyes. It's a shame. I do like this game, but there's a lot of shortcomings that kind of undermine its goodness. Like there's good things here, but there's a lot of these little nitpicky moments that kind of chips away at the positive things. It starts to be like, come on, guys. I mean, it's early access, obviously, but like, this is exactly kind of what I was worried about when I first heard about this game and I was seeing it. I was like, this game, or games like this, really need to have pretty ironclad systems and consistency as certain things happen. So it's a bummer when, like, again, you see something that has good promise kind of getting undermined by just these little moments that just things don't quite add up. Also, it's the second combat. We're getting pretty fucked up here, so I gotta like try to get good. But these are pretty tough lads. Of course, everything is very close range. Had to move the fella out of the way. And still try to hit one of these dudes. But of course, that's all we can do. Missed. That's all of our stuff there. That ability, of course, is on cooldown anyway. What I'd really like to do is have an opportunity to rest. We haven't had a single opportunity to rest, and I don't understand when that happens or when it doesn't happen, which is unfortunate. He is outside the brush. That's a guaranteed hit. Ouch. He is covered. Wait, no, he's covered. But he's not in the brush anymore. So I could do the charge, but it would hurt lots of people, which we do not want to do. I could do a regular uppercut. That would use all of our stuff, unfortunately. But bug attack. So that would use all of his action points. Do it. That'll give him some bleed. He can do nothing else. Could do the arcane ray, but nah, I don't think it's worth it. Let's just do the standard attack. Hello? Arcane spark. Out of range. Okay. But we need to move out. As long as I get a guaranteed hit with the uppercut, we should be okay. The guarantee? The guarantee, yeah. Good. Also, I think it does round up. Because now we do 7 instead of 6. Yeah, we got slapped around pretty bad there. Can move more. Now, what exactly is one step? They don't mean, like, the little bullseye movement indicators, I'm assuming. I'm assuming they're not referring to, like, oh, hey, you have, like, an action point's worth of movement. So what exactly is a step? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Dust shower. 1 damage. Blinded. And a 40. And a cone of radius 6.5. So 6.5 I can guess. This is accuracy by 40%. Cool. That's pretty nice. It's a single action. I wonder if it stacks. Like if you can blind, then blind again. I'm guessing it lasts for 1 round. Uses 1. Or maybe it means 1 uses. Oh, okay. It means you have 1 use and it's a swift action. Okay. It's a swift action. That part's pretty nice too. All right, so yeah, so the ambiguity of what does 1 step mean? I have no idea. Is that good or bad? I wish the game would tell me. I'll go with this one because I know more about this and I think it's like a solid choice. It's not a free action per se, but we don't have a lot of other uses for the swift action, so we might as well use it. Food, almost definitely. Almost definitely. Now I can use the campfire. Yes, please. Lick our wounds, because, man, we got slapped around real bad. Real bad, yeah. So, the obvious thing is who can heal the bestliest. We can heal ourselves. We can heal one character for 7. So, he's missing 6. He's missing 9. I think. Yeah, he's missing 9. He's missing 9. No, he's missing 11, actually. He's missing, I think, 7. No, he's missing 8, actually. Oof. Everyone got slapped pretty bad. So let's look at our healing options. We have no blight, which is nice. Can use a beer. Heals 4 damage to ally adventurers. Does that heal for everybody? That's for everyone. That's pretty slick, actually. It uses a beer, but I think it's worth it. That is for everybody. Can I do that again? Nope, it's a one-time use. Or you only do it once per. Oh, I see. It's 1 beer per ally. And it does not heal the dog. Understandably. So, heal 7 for 1 character. I'm tempting to have that go towards the dog, maybe. Problem, of course, is, yeah, we can lick wounds for 4. Would probably have that go towards maybe Armand. Although, really, if I'm doing my job right, Armand should be out of the danger zone. Should be treated as being out of the danger zone. Maybe in this right, it costs 3 leaves. 3 healing, so that's fairly expensive. The nice thing is we have quite a bit of money. That is worthwhile. So yeah, I think I'm gonna say Armand, you'll be on your own for a while, I think. I'll say lick wounds to you, and use this to heal you. Right, 1 character, yes. Oh, did that not count as a character? No. Confirm. There we go. I was gonna say that I want to use it on him for sure. It would have been very funny if it would have not counted that as a character, but it's like, no, it does. We have 1 more use of something. We could learn about the map. Oh, I wish I could actually look. I wish I could look at the map right now. The map info. If I would say, I guess, yeah, if it tells you something about the square you're about to go to, or the thing you're just in front of, or it's just truly something on the map. Look at the map. I'm just kind of clicking around. I don't think you can look at the map right now, which is kind of a shame. That'd be a nice feature. It's not like a deal breaker, but it's a nice to have, being able to see the map in a place like this, at a screen like this, rather. The risk level's fine, obviously. Light. Moves warm up. That's only his warm up, which would just be the lightning skill, obviously. Let's try this. I guess you use it. Okay. What did I learn? Does it tell me? I guess the idea is that it doesn't tell us until after we look at the map next. I wish it would have told me something like, all right, cool. You learned a square. I don't know, like some indication, because to me, I see this and I go, all right, what happened? So, another moment of like a little bit of conveyance would go a long way, but I suppose that's enough, though. So, of course, get the dread. Here we go, map insights. He will give treasure. Or rather, if you go from here to here, you get treasure. Okay, well, that's nice. It's nifty, I guess. The problem with this map is that it's fucking huge. So the likelihood of something truly helpful, like truly amazing, is probably a little bit minuscule. What I might do is still go for the mini-boss. I'm really curious to know what's here. The problem, though, is like, if I go for that, it means I never go to a shop. And I think going to a shop is a good idea. So it's either shop or mini-boss and guaranteed treasure. Yeah, I think, especially with this much gold, that's quite a bit. Napalm Molotov. Yeah, no, I mean, that would be interesting. It's like, I just want map info, man. Just tell me what it is. Oh, are these some Cairn stones? Is that what this is? The stone tells us to leave. Forest has no master. Do I leave? Do I stay or do I go? I'm gonna guess if we stay, we have to fight whatever this is, whether they be gnomes or druids. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Eh?
Say no more, fam. It's druids. Roll as an attack dog. Attack wolf. So everybody is moistened. Moistened and ready for action. And it is piercing damage. So if I could find a situation where two of them are next to each other, all romantically inclined, that'd be very sexy. Of course, I love my starting move of charging. What I really want to do is charge into, like, a dude and knock them into another dude. Best I can do is knock him into something. It'd be very cool to knock him, like, really far away and make him sad. And make him, like force him to move up. Far away are we? Okay, we can reach everybody. We can shoot them confidently. I do appreciate the 100% chance to hit. If there's line of sight, it's gonna hit. Unless there's, like, other shenanigans happening. It's a shame the ray is not available. The ray is not lightning damage, it is arcane damage. So I don't think there's going to be a way, in this turn at least, to have them lined up and be in, like, a cool piercing maneuver. I think what I'll just do is just do a little zappy zap. These are spellcasters, so I probably want to prioritize them. And not prioritize the dog as much. Sure enough, the charge. I like the idea of knocking them away. That one in particular, knocking that one away. He can do nothing else, but he has the dust shower. So I'll make you a little bit less accurate with whatever you're gonna do. Pretty nifty. I have 7 health. I have 4 health, so if I was really fancy schmancy, I could almost drop them entirely. I can reduce them by a bunch. Now, the wolf has a very good likelihood to go right for us. I'm hoping that they'll go for him instead. Maybe what I should instead do is send the dog to attack him. I think what I'll do is I will shoot. Can't shoot you. It's a 90% chance to hit. So that's actually... Oh, never mind. Well, there's a little bit of cover, but it's a pretty good chance. Tempting. Tempting to just, like, blast his ass. I feel like I should take a little bit more care of what's, like, a little bit more threatening right now. So take a shot on you. Nice crit, by the way. A very, like, fortuitous crit. So never mind. I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish you off. Or... I have you attack this person. That's too far away. I'll have the dog go for the finisher, I think. That lets you focus all of your attention on this lad. Nice crit. These lucky crits. Wowee. I'm not used to the game being nice to me in that sense. Games like this, I'm not used to that, like, 10% crit chance to be so generous. An unusually good first round. But we'll take it. I almost feel silly for having blinded that person, knowing that they were just going to insta-die. Blinded that guy instead, but that's okay. Now we know. Turn, what are they going to do? Probably spellcast. Never mind! We get that extra 4 damage. I forgot about that. He's the only one left. A 1-round win. We'll take it. So, Shredding Acid. That is for, yeah, our crystal. So... better crit chance for the nearest ally, or something that shreds armor. That actually could be legit useful for boss battles. Like that one. We got money and food and crystals and transmutation stone and an extra reward, which I think is what we just got just there. So we trespassed and then we killed. We trespassed, they told us to leave, we denied the request, and we murdered them. Hell yeah. So we get some kind of additional extra reward. Cool. It's a stat core, okay. Cool. Yeah, again, I really want to know what this is. It's red, so it's got to be spicy. And then there's a shop afterwards. Let's do it. Oh shit, there was the thing I was supposed to look at. That's okay.
Aha!
Oh, it's a side quest, I think.
Mm.
Try to get the dog's attention.
Ah.
Did we work? Oh, they all turned to look to face us. All right, so the NPCs are gone, are safe relatively, and the wolves are not safe. I'm gonna guess these are regular barrels. It's a prop. Yeah, they're not explosive, presumably, but you can probably throw them, and you could probably like use them as cover. We were so inclined. My usual starting maneuver is to probably do some kind of charge. These guys all have 10 HP, so it's not too bad, but there's a lot of them. There's 4 of them. 4. One thing that would be kind of nice would be like something somewhere on the UI that said this many bad guys remaining, like, or even like a little icon that's like wolf times 4. Because there are times where I think to myself, let me make sure there's like nothing hiding somewhere. It's usually fairly obvious and they pop pretty well. But I feel like games like this, I know I keep harping on this, but conveyance, man, like making sure the player is enabled and informed to make the right decisions, and try to remove as much of the, within reason, remove some of the guesswork. Some guesswork I think is valid. Like, I don't know which person the wolf is going to go for. I can only assume. Like, I don't need conveyance that says this wolf is targeting you. Like, that's fine. But yeah, just like more just display only things that don't alter your tactics at all. It helps to let the player know what they have available to them. Can reach all these fellers really easily. None of them are super like close together in any convenient spots really. I can't really reach him with a charge. I can't reach him with a charge either. I can't reach him. Actually, I can barely reach him and knock him way the fuck out. The only downside about doing that is that does kind of put me in the danger zone. He could go right for me. I guess he would be less inclined to. I guess if anybody was like kind of meant to be a target, it probably would be this lad. Strongman McGee. What I could do is... Okay, I'd have to move up to get a shot on this lad. So I was gonna say, I can maybe damage him first and have that be a guaranteed kill. I cannot do so. I think what I'll do is... The wolf, reach him. Yes. Yes, that would be a guaranteed... I think a guaranteed first kill, right? Because he would bleed next round, yes. Shot. Go for his ass. And he'll bleed out next round. Before he can act, that is. That's good. I'm a little bit hesitant to move up too much on that wolf. So I think what I might do, if I want to try what I'm thinking... Now, I wonder, hold on. So the Arcane Spark, it's a projectile. Out of range, yeah. Alright, so it is indeed line of sight. So if I were to move... If the idea is I want to reach him... Whatever I do, I want to make sure I leave this guy a clear shot. A charge, so I'm not in his way. Unfortunately, not a ton of great options. What I could do is... I think that might be good. I'm almost positive that would be good. That sign might still be in the way. Or I could say fuck all that and just like pop off on this guy. And maybe that's the safe strat. Just blow this guy up. I would know better. Actually, what I should have is I should have fired at him once. Oh, never mind. He's gonna bleed out anyway. He's gonna bleed out. Yeah. Let's just play it safe. We might get a crit. We probably won't, but we might. There's always a chance. Or could I telekinesis and put him in the way of this guy? That'd be sick as hell. Yes. Yes, I could. want to like almost put behind him if that was an option. Oh, you can. That's kind of cool. I didn't know this was an option. You can do like an arc to like lob him over things. That's actually really useful. Really slick. Do that. Okay. Now for the big one. From downtown, get some both. Wonderful. Can't reach him. Oh, this one is still up. Smack him and blind him. He's now looking at this lad as he should. Which this guy can't really move. The guaranteed hit. I might as well. Yeah. As long as that didn't use anything. It's weird. It looked like the acid came from Brun, whereas that you would think the acid should come from the crystal. Yeah, it didn't cost anything, like resource-wise. Yeah, it looked like the acid came from Brun, which is odd. All right, so yeah, good first round. Really good first round. Extra shots. Now the evil wolf is dead. The big bad wolf is dead. He takes a hit on him. Is not funsies, obviously, but that ends the combat. And there goes the battle. Some Rogue Trader vibes, yes. Rogue Trader vibes for sure. Some broke-ass builds, absolutely. That game is so freaking good. I still want to go back to that at some point. Better accuracy for the Hunter with his Hunter's Visor. All damage is piercing damage. Wow, that's incredible. We got the side quest. And we also got some bread. Some food. Does this happen often? Too often. The whole force is turning against us. Arian. Or Aaron. Not Arian. That's something else. So Aaron is probably the person's name. It's a druid. I hope... Now, we just killed 2 druids right before we got here, so hopefully we didn't kill the wrong person. I haven't seen her in days. Yeah, it would have nothing to do with the fact that we just killed a druid. A dude and a lady. If she's in trouble, she might need our help. We'll just assume it was an evil druid. The ones we killed, at least. Gotta calm this madness. So, we got info on a person to look for. Person of interest. Map insight. Ooh, that's where we want to go, bro. I know it feels kind of cheaty, but we have so much gold. I feel like I should do my due diligence. We got the goods for this guy. For you, crossbow time, absolutely. One equipment into another. No, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna guess, like, if you had, I don't know, a really good wizard staff, and you already had an incredible wizard staff on this guy, you could transmute her into a different kind of weapon. For a different character, or a different piece of armor, like that kind of deal. Don't know resting options. We're still day 2. Oh, maybe this is what it's getting at. It's like the sun cycle indicates like when it's time to rest, when it isn't. So I mean, honestly, a mini boss would be really cool, but it feels awfully silly to go an entire run and never once going to a store. So I am going to go to the store. It's a little cheaty. It's a little bit uncool, not as adventurous. But I'm doing it, man. Occult regalia, less threat, more life points for the arcane fellow. Tempting. More damage. That would probably be another, like a +1 to most equipment, or most attacks, that is. That one's great. So there is a druid character we've yet to find, but there is a druid. Presumably, maybe this lady could join us. That'd be really nice of her. We already have a badass crossbow, which adds piercing. I still don't know what hasten does. Oh, there we go. It means it adds 1 AP. So when a weapon skill ends, there's a 30% chance you'll get another AP, another action point, which is very good. That is very good. But I kind of like the piercing thing that we have right now. That's an always benefits. It's cursed, unfortunately. So I think I'll definitely go for this one. That I'm less inclined to go for, because I think if I do my job right, if I play the Arcanist well, he'll be out of the danger zone. That one's tempting, and it's on a discount. It's on a sale, man. It's on a sale, but Like, I think we're good. I think we're also good on food for now. I think I'll go ahead and get some booze. Oh, and by the way, a times 5 does not mean one gets you 5 of them. It means there's 5 of them in stock. It's kind of how that goes. So now's my last chance if I want to consider the crossbow repeater. But no, I think I'm gonna keep what we got. So another round of beer would be good. I'll probably even do that pretty soon here. And then I haven't used any scrap. I'll take those. Do I want to get some bandages? Actually, bandages would have been smart. Actually, no, it's not, because that's pretty expensive. That's pretty expensive. What are we going on? Food, I think we're okay on. I mean, I guess it's cheap enough. I'll probably get, like, one more booze and then one of those. There we go. All of my money. Anything I want to sell? Nah. No, I'm pretty happy with what I got. I mean, I guess maybe I would sell that one. Maybe kind of tempting. We'll hang on to it. We'll hang on to it. Before I forget, give him the belt. The champion belt. There we go. So we're juicing him up pretty good. Boxing robes and wrestler's headband. Oh, it's a headband, not a belt. Headband. I thought it was like a professional wrestling belt. There we go. All right, time for sleepies. Got smacked around pretty good in that fight. And now we do have the dread or the blight corruption, whatever you want to call it, to deal with. And I guess everyone's at 10. Everyone is at 10. Dark Risk, that's one thing. I think it was the Magic Show. Magic Show is one that just removes the blight entirely. So Magic Show would remove the blight. And then around heals everyone for 4. Make him almost full, then make him full, then make him exactly full. That would work pretty well. What's up, Shake? What's up, man? You inspired me to check out this game. I was kind of on the fence about it, but when it gets the Mr. The Box recommendation, I know it's a good time. And I'm liking it so far. You, like me, might have had some moments of being like, oh, what does this term mean? Like, I have some nitpicks and some constructive, hopefully constructive criticisms on some of the conveyance, how it does or does not tell you what certain things mean. But I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it so far. Shake, of course, streamed this game on his end probably a week or so ago. I think 1 or 2 sessions with it. I'm overall liking it. It reminds me of Darkest Dungeon, and it's kind of brutal like Darkest Dungeon is, but I am enjoying it. So I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I have like it's clearly early access. Of course, it's clearly early access, and I have nitpicks on like how things are conveyed to the player. Terminology that is sometimes inconsistent, and I have seen a couple bugs as well. But overall, it's still good though. Something similar with Mugenics as well. Yeah, and that game looks delightful. But yeah, games like Mugenics and this game, any sort of like tactics strategy game, really lives and dies by how consistent are certain mechanics. How well does the game do at conveying to the player, here's what this key word means. Like earlier we had the option for an ability that gave us +1 step in movement, and it's like, well, step probably doesn't mean action points in movement, so what does step mean? Like, that was those little moments where you go, well, how good is this thing? It sounds neat, but what if it's like truly like when your guy's moving, there's like a little kind of bouncing motion? What it just means 1 more bounce, or I guess I would much rather it say like a 5 meters kind of thing. Like break it down for me, make it quantifiable. Don't like beat me over the head with what these things mean. Don't just let it be ambiguous. So just those little moments. Anyway, Shake was playing more Mugenics. Shake, if you have any clips you want to share, I'd love to see it. As always, I hope you had a nice birthday stream, man. It was fun to join in with the homies and play some games with the friendos yesterday. Even though I was disastrously late, I'm so glad I was able to pop in. It's funny because yesterday I went to a friend's birthday shindig and then participated in Shake's birthday stream. So it was 2 birthdays. So many birthdays yesterday. And of course, my mom had her birthday on Friday. She had her birthday on Friday. So, like, man, birthdays are popping off, man. Everyone's having birthdays. Gracie had her birthday 2 weeks ago. I've got one in a month and some change. So, man, you think the way things are going, you think everybody has a birthday nowadays. You're gonna every human person is gonna say, "Oh, there's the day I was born." It's like, dude, come on, grow up, really. Getting over the top here. What we are doing is we're playing Blightstone, and I'm kind of in a situation right now. I'm tempted to use the share a drink. I'm tempted to use that, and heal everybody up. However, the thing is, it would heal Armand and Hubert to full. However, we have a free lick wounds, which could go maybe even towards Brun. These guys, if I play my cards right, don't, receive too much heat. If I play my cards right, they don't receive as much damage. And I think if I needed to, yeah, we of course have the herb infused healing, which is expensive. I'm trying to hold off on that, and I'm trying to hold off on this too, given that it wouldn't, like, it would fully heal these guys, but one of these HP, one of those hit points would not be utilized. It would go to waste. It's like, I don't know. What I think I might do is do the lick wounds on this lad, because he's the guy who's always getting slapped around. Oh, right, you have to click it twice, I think, to make it, to commit. Committed. And then, what I think I want to do is remove the blight entirely. For everybody, because that removes 10 from everybody. That, of course, uses all of our juice. And I think I'll just use an additional bit of wood. Remove the chance of a risk. I'm sorry, the chance of a bad thing. Do the magic show. Everyone is unblighted. Health bars are acceptable, within acceptable bounds. If I really wanted to, I could use 3 of the booze to give us better damage. I would be tempted to do that if it was the boss. Here's another nitpick. I do wish I could look at the map right now. Maybe I can, but I don't know of a way to do so. There was a druid and also a cleric. Yeah, we saw there was mention of a druid. We saw there was mention of a druid, and I think we're en route to finding her and adding her to our party. I think. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, can I look at the map from here? Because if I can look at the map, I'd know how close we are to the boss. I think we're still away. I think we're still like a few stops away. Otherwise, yeah, I don't want to waste that. Let's see. Scrap traps. Where's dark events? Does that mean like, wait, turn them into scrap? Or does that mean burn the scrap? Because I know placing a trap down, which I can't do right now, obviously. Yeah, set traps. Reduce event by 20, right. Yeah, 1 AP to, right, yes. Alright, so, when I hear the word scrap, I almost think that means, like, remove the scrap. Like, remove the traps, basically. But it seems like it uses spare scrap instead of generating it, so that's a little bit odd. Yeah, one use, yeah. And of course, the whole point is to reduce the dark events. So I think they means like set traps, basically. I guess if the ranger was out of commission, that'd be an option. All right. Well, anyway, so I think I'll do none of these things because nothing is like a free choice. Yeah, there's nothing that's like fairly chill. Yeah. So I think we'll just leave it as it is, and sleep for the day. So of course get the 10 bonus corruption no matter how you slice it. And let's go on to this next part of the side quest. That means we're missing the mini-boss, and we're also missing the reward from the mini-boss, but that's okay. I wanted to go to the shop for one thing. Oh, here we go. Turning their back. Yes, what does it mean? What does it mean? Do I follow or attack? Let's follow. Maybe they'll lead us to the druid. Who is encased in stone and being accosted by demon fellers. It explains their nerves. We fought these guys once before in the prologue, in the tutorial. They accompanied the evil knight fella. And they're pretty scary. They have a lot of movement. I don't think these guys had flamethrowers or like fire attacks, like that kind of thing. But they, of course, fly, and they are very not nice. So if we take out these lads, we'll probably free the druid lady. My favorite starter is, of course, to go for the charge. Oh, do I not know how much health they have? Oh, I don't have that info. Good to know. Good to know. Maybe it'll appear once we like start slapping them. I want to say these guys have like 15 HP. Be a good chunk of change. Was there anything else? Nothing else behind there. Yeah, so let's go for the obvious. Oh, nice crit on that guy. So we don't know how much health they have. I wonder... Oh, it's because it's foggy. That's why, dude. That's why. Okay. I still get this one. It'll hit, I think, just... Actually, it might hit both. It did hit both. Nice. Oh, shit. If I was smart, I would have moved him out of the way. I guess I could still... How would we do that? Yeah. As it'd be cool, because that's a crit shot. Or not a crit shot. A piercing shot. Oh, it's only piercing if it's... Well, yeah, it says it's piercing damage. But targets are vulnerable. Maybe it's only piercing when it's wet, though. I'd be tempted to say, can I just telekinetically move you? Yeah, so I could do it that way. If I knew in particular that this was like a guaranteed go through both of them and hit them both, it's not much, it's 3 damage. Is it worth using one of his action points for 3, maybe 3 damage to 1, maybe 2 of them? Tempting. They have no armor, and I can't use the big one. Yeah, the only other thing I would use this for anyway would be the Arcane Spark anyway. So I might just go for that. We got Alchemist. What's up, Alchemist? It's nice of you to say, bud. You're very generous. I feel like a lot of times I'm stumbling over my ahs and my ums. I did Toastmasters back in the day. Toastmasters is a non-profit that helps you, like, learn how to do public speaking, that kind of thing. It's all about extemporaneous speaking and learning how to give valuable feedback and help with communication skills, that kind of thing. It was a thing through work, and it was a lot of fun, and it was helpful. But what it also did is that it cursed my brain, and when I hear myself doing the ahs and the ums and the filler words, I'm like, ugh, like it kind of like hurts a little bit. It's like, don't do it, stop it, Alex. Like I'm slap myself with a wet noodle or something every time it happens, or every time I catch myself doing it. But I appreciate the kind words, like Alchemist. It's good to see you, bud. And the game we're playing is very cool. This is Blightstone. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think I want to try this kind of bold strat where I telekinesis our bro here and get him out of the way. What I might even do is get him closer to this other friend. It doesn't hurt him. It doesn't hurt him to use the telekinesis in that matter. If I were to throw him into a tree, obviously then that's going to hurt. Let's see if this works the way I wanted to. I don't think it's going to. It says piercing damage. It's only showing one person getting hit. Let's try it. Okay, so that's unfortunate. It says, like, lightning damage. It's piercing damage. Well, not really. Or rather, it means, maybe piercing means something else than I think. Yeah. Oh, it even says at the bottom. Yeah, ignores armor, deals damage. Okay. Because we had an instance earlier where that lightning shot hit multiple enemies, but I think it's because they were standing in a water pool. So not only were they wet, but they were standing in, like, standing water. And it's like the electricity conducted. I think that's what it was. So yeah, I should have read the thing down below. It's fine. I wanted to know. I wanted to know from just a scientific perspective. Otherwise I would just blast that guy. Blast his ass. Blast his ass. Not gonna kill, obviously. I think they're both getting down there though. Have him go for the shot. I think that would kill one of them. It might even kill that one. Or I could start on him. I kind of want to focus and take lads out when it's reasonable to do so. Take the shot. He's not dead. He's not dead. We'll all be a monkey's uncle, a mother lover. Gotta set the dog to attack. He's probably too far away. Yeah, let's bring the dog around. What about now? Are you close enough now? Nah, can't do it. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Well, thank you, Alchemist. No, I appreciate that. I try to be conscious of it. And of course, when I did Toastmasters, this was my first job. And I've been at my current job for just about 10 years now. So that means Toastmasters was literally 10 years ago. I know a lot of that, of course, is atrophied. But of course, the nice thing about streaming is that it's all extemporaneous speaking. You can... I guess you can rehearse some things, and of course I do have some spiels I say all the damn time, like when I'm doing my usual kind of sign out for the night. But the nice thing is that, you know, there's constant practice. There's constant practice, and one thing I usually recommend to other streamers or people that want to get into streaming, one thing I recommend generally is that it's a good idea to every once in a while watch your own streams. And I don't mean like, oh, haha, I'm hilarious, I'm so entertaining, but like listen to yourself and watch your own stream and, you know, see how maybe other viewers might see you. Like, try to pay attention to your use of filler words, and check your audio balance. Make sure your voice isn't too quiet. Make sure you're not just mumbling, those kinds of things. So I try to, you know, use my own advice there. I try to like pay attention to these things. But it's a constant. Oh, there we go. We killed one of them. It's a constant thing I'm trying to work on. You know, that I've mentioned before. Streaming is the proverbial car in my garage. It's not like a solved thing. I'm always trying to think of ways to do it better, do it more gooder. Always a good idea. Always a good idea. So this one is the guy we've been slapping around real good. I can't do the charge, but I can grab him and throw him into the other guy. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to grab yo ass. Oh, hello? Yeah, try that again. Grab. You. And then throw him into yo ass. Can't move inside another enemy. Oh. I think the idea is that I'm too close, basically. That work? Kind of flies in the face of my original idea, but by now I've committed. I guess I do the headbutt and, like, have a pretty good chance of just killing him outright. It would deal 1 damage to my guy, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. You sure there's not, like a sexy little... Oh, what if I tossed him over him? Oh, I thought that'd be sick as hell. Well, not over entirely, but like a mid-air collision, basically. Nah, it's not happening, man. Dang, I should have thought about that, because it is a little congested around here. Yeah, practicing, exactly. And that's also helpful for, like, yeah, if someone's doing a presentation at work, a big, I don't know, speech for a community thing, or even if you have like a public speaking class in college. Yeah, that's one of the things they always tell you, is make sure you rehearse, make sure you practice, listen to yourself, make sure and put yourself in the audience shoes. How would they perceive you? How would you react, or how would you consider if someone else was doing what you're doing, and try to put that, you know, give that perspective. All good advice, all stuff that is helpful in a lot of ways. I'm gonna go for the headbutt. Do it. He's still alive. I'll be a motherfucker. This shit-ass shitter is still alive. Can I toss him into a tree? Toss his ass into the tree. Get the fuck out. He's dead. Man, 17 damage. That motherfucker was just going, dude. Alright, so now I could just do a straight 7 damage now. I will. Bop. Now, I think it's like our first time damaging that guy. We haven't really done much to him before. I can't go for the blinding action this time, and I don't think I can do the shot because he's too close. He's in point blank range. So what I will do is I'll move my ass back, but not too far. Take the shot. Get fucked. Pull the dog over, and I might even have the dog like hide a little bit, because he took quite a bit of damage, honestly. Or do I have the dog attack? If I have the dog attack, I think I'll have the dog be in front. Oh, I can't. I can't have the dog attack because we moved and fired. So that was both of our action points, right? I think I will indeed. Actually, how much health does my guy have? He has 9. Yeah. I think it's fine. I probably don't have to worry. I can give him the zappy zaps. I'll give him the zappy zaps, and I will not hit my own bro. Now, something to consider. If I give him a zappy zap, it's the same critical chance, which is cool. Or I can shoot 2 arcane sparks which does the same overall damage, but you have 2 separate chances of a crit. It'd be one thing if there were 2 dudes next to each other. And I know some of you might be thinking, why didn't you use the arcane ray at the start when the 2 guys were next to each other? Unfortunately, it's a 1-turn cooldown. Well, actually, it's a 2-turn cooldown, but you start the fight with needing 1 left. Unfortunately, we couldn't have used it if we wanted to, because in the first turn, it's not available. It's available now. Yeah, let's do exactly that. Did not get the crit that time. Didn't get the crit that time. That's okay. What about this one? Very nice. Got the acid on him. So, good damage overall. I know he's got probably 1 more turn left in him before he's out. And turn. Oh, there we go. That just got his ass. Nice. Just got his ass. Nice. Shit-ass shitter? Yes. 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 They rewarded exceptionally vulgar profanity. It was required, actually. Required. They had 1 roll in each meeting that listened for the number of swear words that each person said per sentence. And if it wasn't a... If not 20% of your words were swear words, you would be sent to the ball destruction, the penis destruction room, which is real. Maybe. I don't know. I was a good boy. I never got there. I never went there. They never even tried it. Slowed and blinded. I like that. Wait, an enemy moves towards the dog, adding slowed and blinded. Dog bark. Oh, okay. It's the distraction. It like draws them away, which actually could be very useful. That's potentially very good. It's only a 1 use. That's not bad. Moves the cooldown of shot skills. Oh, it's a free action. Yes. That's actually huge. And then more wood. More wood, yes. So we got the Druid. I don't know if she's added to our party, but she's probably unlocked for future runs. That's right. It's real. It's really real. Does that complete the side quest? Want to help how I can? All right. They might be in our party then. I shall claim you. Dismiss a hero. Right. Okay. As expected. As expected. Can only have 3 members of your party. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Among all 4 heroes. Ooh. That's rough. That's rough. Do I keep him or do I roll the dice, man? Ooh, tricky. 40% HP. It'd be very funny and tragic, but funny if that 40% did not consider how much health you've already lost. If it was like 40% of your total health and not 40% of your current health. So what's it called? The brawler and the ranger both took a lot of damage. So if you would like, welcome to the party, and then you take that 40% hit of your HP and you fucking die. So it's like, welcome to the party, and then just you fucking explode. That'd be very funny. Shake did say he likes the Druid a lot. I'm tempted to remove the Spellcaster, because I like the Spellcaster, but these 2 are, for one thing, they have a lot of equipment that have juiced them up considerably. So these 2 are indispensable. I'm thinking we get rid of the mage fella. Not to say that he's not good, but I want to see what the Druid's capable of, and I kind of want to keep the same HP. Do I have any extra thingies? No, yeah, we had nothing specialized for the Spellcaster mans. And she will probably be awfully similar to the Spellcaster. She can heal, that's nice. Oh, that's for camping skills, here we go. She's got the claws, very nice. Melee, presumably. Costs 1 wood. Splinter burst, that's cool. Use an oh, you can use an external wood source? That's cool. Instead of using your own stockpiles, that's nice. Oh, and of course, no druid worth their salt is complete without some kind of entangle ability. When I played a druid in Pathfinder, entangle is like one of my go-tos. I love that skill. Summons a friend. Summons a friend, but they're stunned for 1 turn. That's pretty cool. What wonder what the beast is. It's probably, it's clearly one of three things. A snake, a hawk, or a, I don't know, a feral squirrel. Yeah, so Druid looks quite solid. I'm excited. Still can't camp, though, which is a shame, because we got beaten pretty bad in that fight. We got slapped around quite a bit. Oh, no way to go but this way. Oh, but we got an interruption. Another person. Whomst are you? Oh, is it a fight? Maybe. No, it's a merchant, but I have no money. Really no money. Which is weird because we fought several things. Although I guess what we were fighting was like beasts. And where are beasts gonna keep gold in their non-existent pockets? I'm also a traveler. Wait, is this the other person? No, I think Shake said it was a cleric. That was the other class. I'm traveler. You're trying to accomplish. You have much yet to learn. Forge objects, okay. Strands of time, you say. Stabilizers, okay. I have 19 of them, apparently.
Aha.
They collect them.
Oh.
Wait, but they gave them to me. Okay, I thought we were gonna use the strands to do something. But I think the idea is maybe that's for the meta progression. I guess we'll find out. It's cool to have a little interruption event like that. That was kind of neat. Surrounded by wolfos. Classic us, yep. So we got Alpha Wolf, Matriarch Wolf, and then the two babies. Two babies. Of course, my usual is to start with the big ol' heckin' charge. I wanted to... actually, yeah, I can't really find a way to go right to the Alpha unless I started with Erin and had her move followed by some other ability. All of her things cost just one action point. It'd be a shame to not be able to do two things. That's kind of cool, yeah. So we'd be able to use any of these things around us. That's pretty slick. What I don't know is if it's one where, like, we have to be in melee range or in touch range of the wood, if that's how it works. Thorned 2. Yeah, Wall of Thorns. Thorn means deals 2 damage when hit or when used as a source to attack. Oh no, when hitting, when hit, or when... Okay, I see. So I could put this down in front of somebody. Like, so if I wanted to say... like, maybe stop the Matriarch for a little bit. Actually, yeah, 4-step long. This might actually be nice. This might tell me, what is a step? What is a step? How many, like, how large is a single step? I was hoping when I click this, it would give me, like, a preview of what it's gonna look like. Because I would almost be tempted to say, could I put it in front of these guys? But that might be too far away, and I don't know if it reaches long enough. It says it is 4-step long, 2-step wide. Let's maybe assume that step is like the size of your person. Or what am I trying to say? This circle, like the size like the circle indicator. And if it is, just kind of looking at it, eyeballing it, it'd be close. It'd be close, but I also don't know if the game is gonna let me direct it. Like which way I'm gonna be allowed to angle it. So if it's one of those where I can like have it go vertical, or if it'll like go in like a weird diagonal. Yeah, I guess I just don't know what the game's gonna do with it. Whereas if I use it against the Matriarch, that's like a guaranteed solid choice. Oh, here we go. And that tells you how far it reaches. Okay. So we got a couple options. Oh, by the way, Farsight does have a thing for us. Yes. Here, let's do that real quick. Let's do Farsight's Redemption real quick. Real quick. Almost slipped right by me. Farsight says, I got the goods for you, Alex. It's got a very good image. It's a very good image, Farsight. I can't help but ask, Farsight, if you took this image yourself, I'll be very impressed. I'll be impressed towards your photography skills. I'll also be impressed by the patience of the kitty cat who is being photographed here. Because most kitty cats are not so receptive to these kinds of things. You'll see it in a moment. If you're wondering what I'm referring to, dear viewer, you'll find out soon. Find out soon, dear viewer. Dear viewer, I will show you momentarily. Here we go. Here we go. MS Paint challenge time. This is the image. Look at this quality image that Mr. Farsight found for us. What a cool dude. What a cool dude. So yeah, I was going to say, if you have a kitty cat that is that patient with having grapes placed on his head, he has like the kind of bothered ears. You see that ear shape? Some people call that airplane ears. When the cat's like, they got like the kind of flattened down ears. I mean, they're not super happy, but they're not like in committing a felony mode just yet. Cat owners can usually tell, like, when your cat is looking at you, like they're about to commit crimes against humanity, just awful war crimes. That being said, the other thing that jumps to my mind is like how pretty the cat's eyes are. They're very like a very nice blue. Like, oh, what a pretty little kitty cat. What a little friend. What a little buddy. It's very nice. It's a good image. All right, so MS Paint challenge. I have 3 minutes to recreate this impeccable image using MS Paint. And I will do my darndest not to make it look like garbage, but, you know, it's going to look silly. Rogue Trader's good to know. Argenta is not romanceable. Yeah, that is extremely accurate, Meerkat. Now, what I don't know is if there's mods for the game, if there's a Steam Workshop, because if there are mods for the game, or if there's a workshop, you can best believe that was one of the first things that people made was the fuckable Argenta mod. For those that know, Argenta is what is she called? A sister of battle? Not like what's the word? Not quite like a space marine, but very much a battle nun, and she's incredible, and is the word chaste? Is that the word? Practices chastity, unfortunately. Yeah, not happening. Yeah, he's one of us. Oh man, yeah. Oh no, Argenta's great. That being said, what I will say, and I'll confess, I've forgotten her name. That's how you know I really like this character. I forgot her name, but it's the purple lady. The purple lady. Fuck, I can't remember her name. All I remember is that she's exceptionally tall, and she's kind of like a mutant of sorts. She has this like bizarre ability where Cassia, thank you, Meerkat. Yeah, Cassia. She has this bizarre ability where any emotion she feels is felt by everybody in a like a very close radius next to her, but multiplied by like 10,000. So there was like apparently like, you learn in the lore. I guess this is a slight spoiler, so I'll wave my hands when I'm done. I'll wave my hand when I'm done. If you don't want spoilers, it's a very, very mild spoiler. But you learn in her lore is that she had like a pet bird, and the bird died, and she was very sad, and she was unaware of what her emotions, how emotions impact those around her. And she was on a ship, and apparently the story was that, or it wasn't just a ship, it was a void ship. Void ships are these enormous ships that have basically an entire civilization on them. Enormous, like, country-sized ship. And her pet bird died. She was so sad, and she was crying, and then when she exited her chamber, without realizing it, her sadness had permeated throughout the entire ship, and millions of citizens on the ship had committed suicide because they had felt her sadness, but multiplied by like 1 billion. So it was just this impossibly awful mass suicide, and she was like, oh god, what have I done? So that's hilarious to me as like a storytelling device. That tells me, yeah, if like you like stub your toe, then everybody in a 1 mile radius will scream in agony. And yeah, if you watch a sad TV show, everyone around you will fucking jump off a bridge. And presumably, if you're reading some smut and you feel a little horny, everyone around you will have like a butthole clenching orgasm that'll probably go on for 20 minutes. It's just like the idea of any emotion being magnified like that is just, it's so fun. It's so fun. Also, doesn't hurt that she's got that really sick ass cone ability that I like a lot in combat. That is so effective, where it has a huge reach, does crazy damage, and I think like reduces their accuracy or something for like a few rounds. So a really good person to have in your character, in your party. So it's pronounced Chastity, maybe. Yeah, chastity is being practiced basically. But yeah, and the eyeball buds. I might even still have that. Hold up. Do I have that picture? One sec. I might even have it. Hold the phone. Rogue Trader. Let's see. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Here's the better version. There we go. That's what's up, baby. There she is. There's our waifu. There she is. Yeah, the eyeball budge was delightful. And the fucking chin, dude. The fucking what's it called? What's it called? The funny guy. The Chad chin. The underbite. Oh my god. I love it. I goddamn love it. Now, some of you might be thinking, Alex, Cassia is great, but what the fuck is going on with your profile picture? That is what's going on with my profile picture. That's what's going on. Using the vertical scroll on the webcam to make a funny, like, mega brain. Mega mind, whatever it's called. Some good shit, man. I love the eyeball bulge, rather. Yeah, her area effect stuff is but it makes it bad. Oh, that's actually because I love that ability. Yeah, good. That's such a good game, man. I gotta go back and play that at some point. Some good shit, man. All right, friends. MS Paint Challenge. We got 3 minutes. Let's do this thing. 3 minutes on the clock. I can only use the pencil tool, fill tool, and erase tool. Let's fucking do this thing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. We'll start with the kitty cat, like proper. Oh, little kitty cat friend. Let's do it just a big old circle. Kind of change that around a little bit. Actually, you know what? So, this is like a fairly simple shape. So I think I have time to fix this. I have time to do it right. There we go. Something like that. And then and I'll just kind of do one of these. Now there is more of the kitty cat over on this side. That ears are kind of do like the flat little actually I'm gonna like emphasize this a little bit. Very big ears. Maybe too big. Good enough. I can't draw. Good enough. It looks like dog shit, but that's okay. Giant eyeballs. This one's kind of looking over to the side a little bit. There we go. Making the goblin cat thing a little bit more pronounced than I meant to. There we go. I'm trying to make this cat look cute and not look like a little shit goblin, and I'm not doing a good job. And that's not to say I don't enjoy a good shit goblin. I love a good shit goblin. Big old grape. I'll also, here, I'm going to cheat a little bit and go off screen a little bit. Kind of do one of these. And then little Blanky's he's chilling on right now. Yep. That. And then, what are some other things I can include? I'll assume it's one of his paws, maybe. I don't know. We're not exactly sure what this is. Oh, and some whiskers. We'll do whiskers at the very, very end. Let's fill some things in. We'll do kind of like a light blue. We'll call it blue. Go. And then we'll do like a darker blue for the blankie. Do kind of like an orange for the kitty cat. There we go. And then a little pink nosy. And then light gray for the whiskers. That's what I'm thinking. So we're gonna go like... Oh, you know what? I see one thing I can do real quick. I know we just ran out of time. I see one thing I can do. I'm gonna do one of those. I might even just, yeah, kind of combine it. Yeah, it's looking less like a cat and more like a mouse. a rodent. And I realize that the whiskers kind of emphasize that also. It's a cat, I promise. I did say it looked like shit. That's okay. That's okay. We still had a fun time. That's what matters. We've turned the cat into a gargoyle. Yeah, it's the best what's the word? The best intentions. The best intentions to turn this into a cute little kitty cat, turning into a little goblin gargoyle. I'll say this much. I've done much worse. For those who've been around for a while, you know I've done so much worse when it comes to the MS Paint challenges. Otherwise, though, I mean, if you really squint your eyes, and I mean really squint your eyes to the point where you have your eyes closed fully and entirely, otherwise it looks looks pretty much neck and neck. You know, they're pretty identical, really. Get this one off to actually we got to save it as a JPEG because if it's a PNG, it'll be weird with the transparency layer. Just not even a transparency layer, just the transparency. So this is cat goblin grape head, that JPEG. Pop it to the Discord server, as we always do in the case of a proper MS Paint challenge. MS Paint challenge masterpiece, redeemed by Farsight. First masterpieces, and there it is. It is in the Discord server. If anybody else wants to see more goofy ass shenanigans like this one, more dumb MS Paint disasters like this one, all of our MS Paint challenges can be found in the Discord server. It's called the MS Paint Masterpieces channel in the Discord server. And we have 461 of them, if you can believe it. We've been doing these MS Paint challenges for a long time, and all 461 are in the Discord server. It's a huge backlog, but we have a whole lot of them. And if anybody wants some inspiration on art, or maybe how to not do art, there's a whole multitude of dumb stuff. In fact, if I show you, that's the newest one. I was pretty proud of this one. The goofy Bowser plushie turned into this monstrosity was pretty fun. The arm leg wristwatch thing was pretty fun. Like there's some that are pretty ridiculous, man. Pretty ridiculous. It's a good time, man. It's a good goddamn time. Yeah, if I completely close my eyes, they look the same. That's what I'm saying. If the more squintular your eyes are, the easier it is to say that they look identical. It's great. It's so good. It's just your damage becomes really good. Yeah, that makes sense, Meerkat. It just becomes that much better. That's some good stuff. What's up, Pooh? This is our friend Todd. It's the museum. That's right, man. What's up, Todd? It's good to see you, man. If they've shared an image, it's never going to be art. Well, oh, like the source. The source for a lot of our nonsense usually is like very cursed stuff. So, yeah, Farsight's not wrong. Usually, if we have something to look at with the MS Paint challenges, usually it's something like full of Garbino nonsense. Usually, it's pretty dumb as hell. Part of the fun, baby. It's just part of the fun. Let's get back to the game, though. Welcome back to Blightstone. Let's continue with this. And yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how the Entangled skill is going to work. What I think I want to do is have Brun charge the Alpha Wolf. I'm a little bit nervous on who then is going to fight the Matriarch Wolf. But the Alpha Wolf is the big concern. Aaron is even less of a melee person, or like less of a tanky person than Hubert is. As equally tanky as Fang is. So I'm a little bit concerned about that, but I think the three of them together might be able to have a unified front. So if I have... Try this. Costs just AP, right? Costs just AP. A lot of cooldown for this one. If I put this here... Okay, so it's like it gets pretty close. There's a very real chance the wolves might just be able to go around. It's like... It's good. It's better than nothing. But I'm concerned that the wolves will just very easily be able to go around. Whereas, if I put the thorns here, I'm able to, like, be able to more cohesively encase the mama wolf So it's like harder for her to get around to us. We got Sniff out with the raid. Thank you, my friend. That's super nice of you, bud. Super nice of you. I know Farsight says yes to hop off. Thank you for hanging out with us, Farsight. And thank you to Sniff out for that raid. I'm getting sniffed. It's happening. The sniffies. Thank you, my man. Super generous of you. We're playing a cool little tactics roguelike game called Blightstone. Blightstone. It's I'm trying to think if the developer is if it's a name I recognize. It's a really good game though, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Darkest Dungeon, with just like how the systems to this game work. I'm liking it a lot. It's tough, but it is very fun. That was another raid. Is that... Hold on. Let me scroll up. Who would dare? 8-Bit Llama, what's up, man? 8-Bit Llama, Sniff Out just raided as well. I'm gonna assume this was a highly coordinated raid event and not just two random homies popping in. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, guys. I mean, if it was coordinated, I'll be impressed, but I'll just assume it was just random happenstance. Thank you guys for raiding it. That's super nice of you guys. I see that Sniff Out was playing some Diablo 2. Of course, when we were hanging out in Sniff Out's channel recently, he was playing that new Diablo 2 Resurrected Edition with the new class, the Warlock class, of course. And then, oh, that's I still had Sniff Out's name. Copy and paste. Yes, that's Sniff Out. He's a cool dude. But also 8-Bit Llama, he was playing some Eugenics. Our friend Shake the Box, he read us earlier. He was also playing Eugenics, and I hope you're liking it. The game looks fun. This game it's a turn-based tactics game, so in that sense, it is similar to Eugenics, but it is different probably in most other ways, honestly. Because you're getting sniffed regardless, Alex. It's happening. And then we got Miscalini, and we got CD. We got all the 8-Bit Llama homies, man. Thank you for being here, guys and gals. 8-Bit Llama and Sniff Out, thank you both for your raids. And you've both raided before, so you've probably heard my spiel. I'll say it anyway. If anybody has any clips you want to share, if anybody has anything of yours you want to share with us, whether it be a Twitch clip or a YouTube short or a TikTok video of yours or a link to your OnlyFans page so that we can, look at pictures of you and feel things in our loins. Anything of yours you want to share with us. I know 8-Bit Llama, you're about to scoff and say, well, I don't have a sexy page. What do you mean? As he's like flop sweating, he's like, shit, how does he know? How does he know? Don't worry, I have my sources. I have my sexy llama sources, 8-Bit Llama. Don't you try to hide it. But if anybody has anything to share, and that goes for your community members as well. If any of you have a favorite clip of yours from 8-Bit Llama or Sniff Out, I'd love to see it. No pressure, but I'm always happy to see what the homies are up to, man. Some good shit, man. Some good shit. Yeah, Eugenics is pretty solid, but he says it's time for sleepies. Listen to this man. Scampering off to go to sleep before sharing sexy pictures of himself. I know. I was secretly hoping. Maybe not so secret. But thank you for being here, friends. Like I said, Blightstone is good so far. It's very much a tactics, turn-based strategy game with kind of a Darkest Dungeon aesthetic and also a Darkest Dungeon level of... The game asks a lot of you, and it doesn't give you a lot of, like, wiggle room. It's pretty punishing. And it's good, but it's one of those where you will never have a run go perfectly. Things will always get a little bit sloppy. Things will always get a little sloppy and a little bit messy and a little bit scary at times. By the way, Sniff Out does have one. Yeah. Let's take a look. It's in a book. Here we go. I'm excited to see what Sniff Out's got for us. He was doing some Diablo 2 recently. Looks like he was also doing some Resident Evil 4, the classic. It's a remake of the classic. Oh!
Theory and practice are the same in theory, but not in practice.
Oh my god!
It's hurting. It's hurting so
quite
bad.
how I remember Resident Evil 4.
None left.
Not quite how I remember Resident Evil 4.
Whatever, dude. I'm dead. I don't help this.
It's a little bit different than I remember. I'm gonna guess this was either...
Maybe I made the difficulty a little too hard, okay?
This is either the No, I can't remember if the remake includes Mercenaries mode. This is either the Mercenaries mode or this has been modded to dick and back, because there's some wild shit going on, man. I recognize the village area, but you got my first tell was the flying guy. I was like, what are the flying guys doing here? What the fuck? And then the dude with the yellow robe, I'm like, all right. What is this magical
Theory
robe nonsense?
and practice are the same in theory, but not in practice.
I do love the multi-windmilling bear bullhead lad. Nice dodge, by the way. Ouch.
Oh, it's hurting.
And then you got Mr. Kill
hurting
over here
so bad.
looming
Keep
suddenly and ominously.
None left.
What were those little dilly boppers? Those little hockey pucks. Little hockey pucks. Is it like beard oil? That's because you can tell. He's got that big old, very impressive
Hurting
beard.
so bad. I keep doing that.
None left.
Little dab of that. There's the yellow fella. Throwing. Wait, he's throwing something, but he's got the crossbow.
Whatever, dude. I'm dead. I don't know if
Jesus. It's modded to hell. That explains it. Yeah, it's like a randomizer. That's amazing. Well, I didn't know this game had a randomizer, and I love Resident Evil 4. No, I've only played the original. I'm a fake gamer, but I love Resident Evil 4, so yeah. Some kind of RE4 randomizer does sound incredible. That does sound incredible stuff. But thank you to 8-Bit Llama and Sniff Out for those raids. If anybody has anything from 8-Bit Llama they'd like to share with us, or if either of you have any future plans for the rest of this week, there's other games you plan on getting to. Sniff, I wouldn't blame you if you were planning on doing more Diablo 2, because that's one of my favorite games of all time. Not a bad choice. You definitely make some worse game choices. One of my favorite games ever. And but yeah, if there was anything in particular you had planned for this week or for the weekend, any special streams, I always love hearing what the homies are up to. And thank you guys for being here, guys and gals. Like I said, we're continuing with Blightstone, and we're kind of in a situation right now. We just began the fight, and we are surrounded. We got 2 standard wolfos, and then a mama wolf and a papa wolf, the alpha and the matriarch, which is scary. We just got a new member of our party, Erin the Druid. And she's got some cool abilities, but I kind of want to try this Wall of Thorns. Because when I think Druids, I think Entangle from my time playing Pathfinder and Dungeons & Dragons. And it's not quite the same as Entangle, but it's kind of similar. And I'm hoping that if I play this right, we could, like, put, like, a wall down that blocks the matriarch, or at least makes it harder for her to get to us. Originally, I was thinking I could put it down for these dudes here. But I'm a little bit, I don't know. I'm a little bit not so sure about it because they could just easily just go like around and just go. Now it would like impede them slightly, but I think it'd be less. I think it'd be like, I think wolves have like a pretty good amount of movement. So I think they'd still be able to get to our archer and our wolf fella fairly easily, which is concerning. Whereas if I were to say like go like that. Or something that basically like made it harder to squeeze through, like if I could say like something that prevented them from the wolf fella or wolf lady from squeezing through that little gap, something kind of like that, or even like, yeah, just kind of bifurcate her. I'm thinking maybe that's the strat, to kind of force her to take like an extra turn or two to get to us. That gives us kind of some time to plan. Let's try it. Okay, so you can't have it go like through them. There we go. They might still be able to squeeze through it, but we're trying it out. In the meantime, Splinter Burst. I also am curious to see how that works. We have wood that's just in the wild. So can I say... Oh, but we need to move, because I want to send Brun to fuck up the Alpha Wolf real good. Okay, so never mind. I'm just going to do the move then. I think I'll move... back, I think. Kind of like a 5-foot step, almost. Yeah. I'll do that. And time to charge this fucking guy. Now, I definitely want to have him charge into something, such as that tree right there. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. We can make it work. Bam, bam. There we go. Very good, very good. And then kick some dust into his face. Add an insult to injury. So it doesn't, it says blinded. It's not actually blinded, but we did reduce his accuracy slightly. Now, what I could do is give him an additional 3 damage. Couldn't hit him there. Let's actually take this one step at a time here. I think I'm going to double up And for sure we'll be able to drop one of these wolves. For shoresies. We could reach that one. Yes. Or I could reach him for an added 3 damage, which would be nice. It would be nice to have. So what I could do is we could fire the bolt. Oh, I would do this first, I think, is the idea. Yeah, I think the idea is you do this first. Removes a cooldown. Yes. I think. Remove. Oh, wait, no. I was right the first time. You fire first and then do the quick reload. And then your second shot is going to do more damage. I think what I'll do... Shoot you. Do the quick reload, which means, yeah, we're not using the wolf, which I think is okay. Quick reload. On myself. Then more damage. Nice. Because earlier we could only do one of those. Blast his ass. That one's out. So these are about to become a non-issue, which is very helpful. And because we have this nifty crystal upgrade, we get 2 random shots at the end of a turn that will hit 2 random enemies. The chances are favorable that one of those shots will go towards this wolf and just finish him off. And it allows us to just focus on these two. The 2 big boys. Or big boy and big girl. Any other turn or any other actions I have not considered? Nope, that is it. And the turn. Nice. So that is completely a non-issue. How did I do? Is Matriarch Wolf going to be able to get to us? Miss. Nice. He has to take an extra long time. Nice. Okay, that gives us a little bit more time to focus on this. I could do just an uppercut, or I could like... Oh, there's another wolf. Oh, shit. All right, you know what? I'm a fucking genius. I'm a goddamn genius. I'm so confident. I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna do 1 attack. Like a standard one, and then I'm gonna grab him and flame into that fucker. Standard attack. Get fucked. Grab him. And then throw... unfortunately, I can't throw him into that guy, but I can throw him into a tree at least. Okay. I was actually hoping... I can have no more uses of that guy. I was actually hoping that I'd be able to throw him far enough. Makes sense, so he's a larger enemy. That does make sense. I should have just punched him twice. However, this is now presenting itself to be an issue. 25 damage. Not gonna be able to do all that, but I'll do the same thing I did earlier. Now, I don't know who they're going to attack. I'm tempted to put a trap down. What's this trap do? It does 10 damage if they are placed upon it. I kind of missed the telekinesis. Telekinesis would be great right about now. 4 damage causes bleeding. 3 damage. Yeah, of course, that's presumably melee. Yeah, that's melee for sure. What I kind of want to do is this thing on... Oh, it's like a cone. That's kind of cool. So 4 damage. I could also use it to help out with that situation, except it's too far away, unfortunately. Oh, shit. Actually, yeah. If I did that... That would be a guaranteed kill against the big one. The problem, of course, is that... Yeah, no, we're still kind of far away. And there's like the standard wolf behind them. I don't suppose I have access to... I can do that one. Weird that I can't like angle it to hit both. It's a weird limitation. Yeah. Control... Oh, is it control to override? Not in this case, yeah. So it like weirdly locks in. That's an unfortunate limitation that seems kind of arbitrary. I have like full motion. Except I can't, yeah, I can't aim that way. Now, why can I not aim that way? it's real weird. It seems like it just kind of chooses a direction. And you have like a 210-degree angle of that direction. Can I... Now, usually in a case like this, you would control click. And you would, like, choose the origin point, or like the casting point. Oh, here we go, here we go. So something like that. Wait, is that gonna even work? Let's see, a teens little one. Yeah, I really want to try to get both. Because that'd be super nice. If I'm gonna go ahead and drop this guy, it means I would let the matriarch wolf attack however they're going to attack. Then have him do the charge to kind of close the deal. Man, it's like I'm really trying to kind of use the try to like find what this game will allow me to do with it, like the systems that it gives us. We're so close. It's like I can't quite reach far enough back. Yeah. Maybe the idea is it's not so much that we are using the power of the wood to cause splinters. Maybe we're throwing a projectile, and maybe that's how I should think about it. It's a projectile that causes the splinters to pop afterwards, because if so, that would make more sense. Because yeah, the way I would see it, or maybe it's like, yeah, it's like we're causing like some kind of force. So it's not like we're using the energy of the tree, we're using like just like wind or like just some kind of push to just push the spikes out. And maybe, because that would actually explain why there's this, like, limitation. Then that's annoying. It's like, it's so close. But I think it's just not happening. So we have to just choose one, then. You can do a lot of damage to this lad. This will be 14 damage to you. Maybe 15. We'll say 15 damage. So it's like, it'll be a lot. This will cause bleeding. This would be a lot of damage. What if I could do it twice? Or about this instead. What if I focused entirely on the matriarch? There are 23, not 25. What's up, Luna Waffles? Good to see you. But yeah, it's like a frag grenade, yeah. Well, kinda, except it's a cone attack. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's good to see you, Luna Waffles. 23 damage. So he's gonna do, I think, 15 damage, because that 15% increase, I think, will basically equate to a +1. So we'll call that 15 damage. There's a chance it could crit. Actually, no, there's not. Well, actually, yeah, there is a chance it would crit, but not likely. Not something I would rely on. So that'd bring him down to, let's see, what would it be? Yeah, wait, hold on. Let's think about this. Yeah. Now I'm like rethinking. Oh, we do still have this. Armor wouldn't necessarily help, but it's just 2 extra damage. Yeah, 2 piercing acid damage. That's nice. So it would go through armor. Yeah. So I think the way this would work is that, yeah, so the 15 would bring him down to 8, I think, if I math that right. I'm more thinking. Oh no, it wouldn't be 8. It would be I think I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's do. How to create? Okay, I can't look at this now because we've already acted this round. Yeah. So they'll go. This guy will definitely go down next round for sure. We do have the wolf, but I feel like the wolf has almost lost its usefulness in combat, at least, because we have such good range skills now. So nice. Yeah, so I bring him down to like 12. So we wouldn't be able to kill him this round, I don't think, basically. If it was an additional 6 damage, yeah, let's do what we can, though. There's a chance some of these things could crit. Quick reload. There. Sure enough, got the additional. So yeah, 15 total. Okay, now I was right the first time. It was 8. Okay. I think this actually should work in our favor. So long as there's no surprises, to be able to go for just the full melee. He's done. Nice. Or she's done, rather. So Matriarch never even got to act. These two are all that's left. The Alpha Wolf will hurt for sure, but he's not long for this world. Anything else I need to consider? Yeah, the wolf didn't get to act this time, but that's okay. They can't act on their own anyway. Extra damage. Goes for the crystal of all things. That was unexpected. Goes for the dog. Wow, that's unexpected. So they killed the dog. That's a shame. Or our wolf, our pet wolf, that is. I'm surprised that they went for the wolf instead of what you would think to be a low-hanging fruit, which is to say attack the thing that was like was hurting you earlier and has been threatening your party. Or attack a more weakened. I guess the idea was that it went for the weakest link. It went for the thing that was the most injured. It's a shame, but I'm not terribly surprised. It was getting pretty low on damage. We could just go for the immediate punish. What I'd be tempted to do is like, I don't think I'd be able to do it really well because the crystal's in the way, but like some kind of thing where I grab this wolf and throw him in the other one. I think what I'll just do is I will have you. Go for that, and probably just hit you. Of course, I can't reach you from here. I would position myself accordingly. The shot. That's the combat. There we go. So a shame we lost the wolf fella that was the animal companion for the ranger. So that is a shame. That means we of course lose a really nifty healing ability in the camp area. And we also lose some abilities, some combat abilities for the ranger. But now that we have this quick reload, I'm not quite as worried about losing the combat abilities. I'm more sad about losing the camp abilities. So more max HP, better hit chance, or more movement. But again, +1 what? I still don't know what a step is. But I would assume a step is like about the length, or like the mass of the circle that our person occupies. Accurate. Hey, I hit percent by 30. Thinking about that because a lot of the skill, well, I guess, yeah, so there's the one that's a cone ability. And I guess that's more for overcoming cover and that kind of thing. That's HP does sound kind of nice. 13 HP as a max is not much. Let's go for that. Food or wood. We are starting to get low on wood. Oh, actually, no. Wait, a decent bit. We're going to be burning through more. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. We have the same amount of food as we did earlier. Or the same, like, drain of our food as we did earlier. Yeah. Let's do that. Take food. We, of course, have a constant drain for that. And, man, this makes me really sad. In this entire journey, we've only been able to rest. Was it once or twice? I wish I could rest more. It's weird because in the prologue, there was one instance where we rested once, multiple stops in a row. We've had, so I don't know if this quite counts as the first stop. We'll say this is the first stop. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stops so far. In the prologue, we had a few of those where we would like have an encounter here, and they would be forced to rest. Another encounter here, be forced to rest. Another encounter here, be forced to rest. I think we've only had, I can only think of 2, maybe. I think we've had 2 instances of stopping to rest. And I was hoping to get one more because it's been a while since we've had a rest. And we're going into the final boss, for this run at least, with a lot of things that I was hoping to use before we get into it, and we are not using them, unfortunately. Like things like the wood, or not the wood, but things like the healing, the herbs to make healing poultices, that kind of thing. So I'm kind of like, man, that's really a shame. I wish it was more clear what indicated when it's time to rest, when it's not. I mean, of course, there's like the day indicator, and what I'm assuming is supposed to be a day-night cycle. But I guess I haven't really seen it change much, or I haven't noticed it at least. So I wish it would make that more clear, like every so many stops you'll have a rest. I feel like I should have had one right there. I don't know, going into the boss with after having done multiple combat rounds in a row like that, a little bit risky. But we have no choice. It's the only thing you can do. You can't manually instigate a rest. Till it's the end of the day, at least. So here we go. Big guy. Ah, fresh meat. He's the butcher. This is Karantos. Carve your death into legend. I'm sure it's gonna go well. Wait, what? Oh, he's talking to someone else. Okay, I see. He's talking to his boss, probably. Because obviously this is not the final boss. This is just, you know, this run's boss. Alright. Got 2 armor. And there are spikes. And in 5 rounds, he's going to charge forward. I don't think he's going to be able to reach the crystal. That's my understanding, is that when he does this charge, he's not going to... he's not going to just, like, keep going until he hits something. Although that'd be kind of cool. These spikes look interesting. It just says they're props, but if we could throw him in 2 of the spikes, that'd be kind of sick. Out of curiosity, can I interrupt him with a charge? It looks like he can be not knocked back. And he cannot be knocked back, and I don't think he can be thrown either. It kind of makes sense, unfortunately. I'd be able to hurt him, though. For sure, I'd be able to hurt him. What I'd really love to do is shred his ass and remove some of the armor, at least temporarily. I think it's only temporary that it removes the armor. That would count as an action. And no matter what I do, I definitely want to move Brun out of the way. And of course, if I charge, then I'm committed. Is there a way to charge him in such a way that does not put him in that path? Not from what I can tell. And I guess I could do that, but then I'd like hurt myself by running into the spikes. That wouldn't be a bad way to do it, yeah. The only downside of that, of course, is that it puts me real far away from whatever he ends up doing. And it will be a while for our charge is ready to go again. So I definitely want to keep him in range if possible. Oh, I think I see what's happening too. There we go. He would keep going. And I have no way of moving the crystal. I have no way of moving the crystal. The telekinesis guy can move it, obviously. Ooh, I could put thorns down, though. That's the key. That's the kicker. We'd put thorns down, bro. Yeah. So there's no way to stop this. I don't think he would, like, power through the thorns. I think he would stop it. I think he would hit it and stop it. He'll destroy it in one hit, obviously. I think that's the key. I think that is the key, yeah. Yeah. So I think what I'll first do... I'll move his armor for this turn. 100 health. 100 health, man. I don't know if we're doing this first try, but we're going to try our darndest. Can I do anything else before that? I don't really have... Looking to see, like, for that splinter burst. If I used our own wood, I think it would emanate from our person. Oh, because that's outside of our range. That's why. I might just go ahead and bring an animal friend. What I might do is stop him a little bit shy of reaching us. That way we're still in range to, like, cause him to be sad. So that'll pop him right there. So that way we don't have to, like, go super far to be able to reach him. And then I'm kind of like waiting until this dude pops into, like, until that pops before I have Brun do his thing. So I might then go ahead and do my usual 2 shots and the reload. And of course I would be able to use this as a wood source for that splinter burst. But it wouldn't be able to reach him. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna get destroyed instantly. Of that I'm almost positive. We don't know how much damage it's gonna do, but probably more than 10. But maybe I don't know for sure, because that actually could be really useful. Especially because it causes bleed. Let's see if this is enough. Shot. Reload. Okay, that did not lower it. So it's got to be standard actions. Nice damage. You know, it's a solid start. What I could do is have him move, but I really want to have him go start strong with the charge. Or 2 uppercuts. That'd be good too. That'd be actually even better. I think I'll just have her summon a friend. Right there. So as expected, it did break. So I made the right call by go ahead and doing that. And now, yeah, if I did the charge, that'd be really cool, but it wouldn't knock him anywhere. It wouldn't knock him back because he's too big. And that would, of course, use all the juice. I'd much rather just do 2 uppercuts. 1. Wailing on him. He's at 69 health. Very nice. I kick some shit into his eyes. Give him a chance to miss. I don't expect it to work a whole lot, but, you know, there's a chance. And then nothing else can be done until the end of until the next turn. We end our turn. He's gonna, of course, fight run primarily. A couple extra shots. Not bad damage. Ouch. Gonna punch the bird. He threw the bird into the crystal. Oh, hoisted by our own petard, but it did force him to use some action points. Now he's going again, and he's going specifically for the crystal, so it would actually, well, maybe not, maybe not. Okay, so he's not going specifically for the crystal, he's going towards her in particular, apparently. Can't use the wall of thorns for a bit. Can't use summon beasts for a bit. One can't reach anybody, unfortunately. What I could do is go in for a claw, make him bleed a little bit, then to get the fuck out of dodge. That'd be a reasonable strat, honestly. Or I apply this now. It has, yeah, so it's better, it's more damage. We use a wood, which I think is fine. This is the end of the run anyway. Causes bleeding, love that. And then I get out of the way, but I'm still staying close by. Lightning arrow just for funsies. Also, I think I'm wrong. When I said it shredded his armor only for that run, I think his armor's gone for good. That's huge, actually. So yeah, shredding the armor is a much better skill than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was like I thought it would get his armor back. But I'm not sad that he didn't. I'm the opposite of sad. Reload. Going better than I thought it would, honestly. Crit! Unfortunately, it would take both moves to go for the standard uppercut. But I could do the charge. And again, it wouldn't move him around, obviously. Oddly enough, it's the same damage each time, which is a little bit surprising. It's a little surprising. Yeah, I thought for sure charge did a little bit more damage. I guess it does kind of intrinsically because you're usually throwing people around. Usually the knockback aspect. 30 health, not bad. He says you're in for it. I wonder if he's gonna like do some extra stuff now. Gonna like unlock some special shit. Nothing else can be done here. Extra shots, 26 damage. He's real sad. He's bleeding out huge. 6 bleed damage. Big shot on air, or no, on what's her face. He's doing. I legit can't tell what he's doing. He's doing something in 5 turns. I'm gonna guess he's trying to go somewhere, and he's probably going specifically into Brun. I'm gonna guess. For some reason, he really seems fixated on Aaron. Maybe because she's the druid, maybe she has like, you know, there's like that like makes her a special target from like a storytelling perspective. I'm just gonna wail on him. Make him bleed more. I mean, we're killing him this round, bro. Man's dead. Did I miss? Reload. Am I? Oh, I think I think I was looking at the health that was going to be remaining afterwards. Now he's dead. You know, nice crit too. Very good. So that, I'm guessing, ended the run. We didn't like beat the game, but we beat this. We beat Act 1 basically. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's another map after this. I guess it's hard to say. Bark skin, armor, wood source. Uses a wood source, right? Thorns to a character. Oh, but not just to her, but to some character. Allied beasts. Probably the bark skin. Yeah, the fact that we're getting stuff like this makes me think there might actually be more than just this one map screen. So maybe Act 1 does go beyond just this one here. And this is for... Oh, it's for a crystal. So, fire damage and burns... Or adding burns, right. Is it a melee attack? Surely not, right? Surely it's a range. Do holy damage to all targets. Presuming that it might pass through, maybe? Oh, demons, blighted. Yes, that's like bosses, basically. They receive double damage. Yeah, Burn a Nation is good, but it's only damage of 1. Both pretty rough cooldowns. But yeah, that's going to be good for bosses. Not as much for like standard enemies, because we don't fight a ton of demons during like the standard runs. But the bosses and like the enhanced bad guys are almost always demons. Lots of great stuff, honestly. Lots of great stuff. Versus cooldowns as like, oh, as an accessory. That's really nice. Yeah, because some of her stuff has some pretty significant cooldowns, unfortunately. Or more threat for anybody, really. And heal for Blight at the end of combat, which is nice. That's nice. It's nifty. I think I'll take this one. Go ahead and kill me. Well, yeah, that's what I just did. You're fucking dead, bro. Ah. Easy prey. Didn't even break a sweat. I broke a little sweat. I mean, we took some damage for sure, but we fucked him up real good. So sure enough, the boss was not the final boss. That was just a stop. That was just a holdover. That was just one stop along the way. So, yeah, because in my mind, I was like, oh, let's just go for broke. We got this. But no, that was pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. So, the good news is that Aaron has... Oh, wow, that's actually really good. Uses 1 herb and heals all allies for 3. That's pretty good. He has something similar that uses booze for a group heal of 4. Yeah, really. Tempted to say, yeah, just use 2 of those because it's only just 1 use. That's really, really efficient. Oh, except you only do that once. Right, never mind. Add event risk, get random map info, yeah. Healsies. What's up, whale? Get deaded, idiot. That's my thoughts exactly, my man. Couldn't have said it better. See, what I would rather do is, if we still had the wolf, use the wolf's heal. But that's unfortunately not an option, yeah. And of course, that's really expensive and probably not worth it, honestly. Yeah, I miss the lick wounds. I miss the wolf dog. Oh, I could tame a new one. The dog follower? Oh, man. That actually is huge. If I could get that and then use the lick wounds in the same turn, I think that would be worth it. But I will acknowledge I'm a little bit concerned about the blight that's being built up. It's a little bit concerning. We got the lick wounds now, which I would use on Brun because he did get slapped around quite a bit. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I think that's a more efficient use of healing versus wasting the share a drink. Because we can only do that twice with the reserves we have right now. Heals 5 to itself. Yeah, the crystal got slapped pretty bad too, unfortunately. I think that's a worthwhile use of our resources. Don't have a ton of wood. Doing pretty okay on food. Found some great stuff, by the way. So for the druid lady, give her a little mushroom fella. Guess that's actually the only new item we found, but we got some good skills and abilities added to our arsenal, so I'm feeling good about that. Sleep, it was a 10% chance of bad. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. However, that is going to do it for the night. It's late, man. It's after 2. I don't usually go this late on a weeknight, but I wanted to see if we can at least beat that first map. We can at least save an exit, which is nice. And yeah, that first boss, not so bad, but there's more where that came from. The giant, well, we beat a large lad. I don't know if I would call him the giant. That's probably the first mini-boss on that first map, which we did skip. Act 1 is going to be that second map almost entirely. Or the remainder of Act 1 will be that second map, most likely. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Will. Yeah, car trouble, engine shitting out. I'm guessing it's one of those where repairing it is too expensive. So it's like it's just cheaper to get a new one, which sucks. That sucks a bunch. I'm guessing you've probably already looked into trying to trade it, you know, or trade what is available to kind of lower the cost of like a down payment. But still, that shit's expensive. I'm sorry to hear that, man, because you haven't had that car for very long, so it's like basically new. I'm gonna guess like that if there's like a manufacturer warranty. I'm gonna guess that you've probably already looked into that, like what your options are. Unless it's, I guess, yeah, if it's a used car, yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know. There might still be options, but I'm guessing you've probably already looked into what is available to you, because yeah, that sounds extra shitty, man. We are gonna wrap up the stream. This was a fun time, and I do like the game. You heard, if you've been here for a while, you've probably heard on a number of occasions I had some nitpicks about the game, about like what certain terminology terms meant. The game was, to its credit, did a good job in some instances. You would hover over the mouse and it would say like throws with a strength of 2.5 or a strength of 3, and it's like, what does strength mean? And then at the bottom it would show a little extra pop-up that says, here's what strength means. And that one lightning damage attack, it said lightning damage is piercing, and at the bottom it says, here's what piercing means. So sometimes it would tell you, here's what this terminology means. It might not mean what you think, and that was helpful. I wish there was more of that, because yes, when it says like +1 step with your movement, what does a step mean? Like, how much does that really get you? And when an ability or an item gives you +1 AP, that is not per turn, that is 1 AP for the entirety of that combat round, or instance of combat, basically. So it's a one and done. You use it and it doesn't come back until you end the fight and start a new combat next time. So things like that, a little bit of conveyance goes a long way. I mentioned that, yeah, it would be nice if there was some kind of indication that says how many enemies are on screen, or in the combat round. There's no concern of turn order, because, well, actually, I say that. You know what? Turn order would be useful. Maybe that's another one nice thing that would be kind of nice, is tell me how many enemies are in a combat instance, and ideally tell me the turn order. That would be nice, because otherwise, now usually it doesn't matter too much, but I think that actually could be helpful to know. That might be asking too much, which is to say that might be too helpful of knowledge, of like info, because I understand like some games, if they tell you too much, it makes the game easier. And the conveyance I would like to ask would be the stuff that is, I think, helpful to the player and like informs them to make proper, like, informed decisions. It empowers them to make the right calls based on their judgment, but not give them like too much info on like, oh, it makes the game easier. It gives you too much information on what the bad guys are about to do. They're going to attack this guy. They have a % chance to hit. There's this chance of a crit. Like, don't tell me that necessarily. But I'm just trying. I think this game could do a better job of conveying certain things to the player that just empowers them. That's the word. It empowers you to make proper decisions. Because when a game is this punishing, when a game fucks you real bad when you screw up, if you use the wrong ability when you shouldn't have, if you made a miscalculation on which attack should be able to reach, which one shouldn't, I think it's reasonable that the game should give you the right tools to meet you kind of halfway. If it says, if we're going to punish you really bad, we want to at least give you the right tool set to make reasonably enlightened and reasonably empowered decisions. I think that's not unreasonable to ask. So I would hope that more of that kind of stuff would be added in. Hopefully the devs would consider that kind of deal, would consider stuff like that. And I would also hope that, we saw a couple bugs. We saw like that one instance where at the very start where I tried to, I was messing around with the grapple ability, and then like the dog became unusable randomly. It was like, it's not a follower anymore or something like that for that one round or something. And the grapple also couldn't be clicked anymore. So I don't know. It was like we saw a weird bug earlier. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just, maybe like the UI seemed like it wasn't working. Maybe it was going to work. That's the thing too, though. When you click something, it is a full commit. I would maybe like maybe in a few places consider a "Are you sure?" kind of confirmation, like an extra prompt. Because there was a couple times where I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize that was a full commit. I wish I could take backseats on that choice." But I also recognize that's also like, if you let the player like click and then go back, click and then go back, like that could be a bit much. But there might be some opportunities there. So I don't know. But overall, I like the game. I think the setting is cool. The graphics look great. Art design is incredible. And the combat is satisfying. It gives you some really cool opportunities to pull some cool maneuvers. That like the grappler has so many cool abilities in his arsenal. The archer gets really solid, especially you get that quick reload. Like, man, we were just flying with damage, which was great. I like that the crystal gets some nifty abilities, and that it's not always easy to move the crystal around for combat purposes. I think that's really useful and worthwhile. The druid's great. I love the druid. 100% in agreement with Shake. Druid is goated with the sauce, no question. The spellcaster, the arcanist, is good, but he's kind of not great. He's kind of underwhelming compared to everybody else. The Arcanist is reliable, and that telekinesis ability is really cool for utility. There are times where the Arcanist is just kind of boring, and then there are times where he's really fucking hot. It's really useful. But the fact that he's sometimes kind of okay makes me think the Druid is the better choice. The Archer is always great, and the Brawler is indispensable. So yeah, I like it, and I hope the developers are able to keep working on it. I hope they are able to, add some extra conveyance to the game. I hope I'm sure it's early access, so, bug fixes will inevitably happen. I'm sure they'll add more chapters, more acts, what have you. So I liked it, though. I liked it, and I do recommend it, especially if you enjoy Darkest Dungeon, if you like turn-based strategy, tactics kinds of games. There's a very good game here, and it's already good, and I hope it's going to get even better and more robust, more refined even. Anyway, thanks for hanging out though, guys. Appreciate you everyone hanging out. 8-Bit Llama and Sniff Out and Shake the Box, 3 very generous raids from 3 mega homies. Appreciate you guys a whole lot. You all are super cool, and thank you all for coming in from said raids. Really appreciate you guys and gals. And as far as raid targets are concerned, we got a couple options. Will says that, just have to sell. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That's a crappy deal, because again, I know it's less than a year. 8 months, that's nothing, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, I know that's how it goes. Yeah, I've been so blessed, man. I've had my car for 10 years, and I've hardly ever had any issues. I'm just fucking lucky. That's all I can really say is it's just luck of the draw. And now, granted, it's a Toyota, and I'm a Toyota fanboy, man. I was raised with a childhood that had a healthy amount of time spent in the back of my mom's Toyota Camry, going to mom and granddad's house, going to grandparents' houses, going to like road trips. Like I'm a Toyota boy all the way. And those things are known for their longevity. So, the Toyota that I have, that thing has been a champ. Yeah, Camrys are great, man. Camrys are great. They're like, I understand it's a boring car. It's like very reliable and boring and gets the job done, but I'm boring. I don't care. I'm a boring guy. It's true. Is anybody else streaming this game right now? I'll be impressed. Nah, unfortunately, we're the only ones. That's usually how it goes. I tend to kind of play weird games and kind of semi-obscure ones, so usually I'm holding down the Lone Ranger, holding down the fort for whatever game we're streaming. But we got a few raid target options, and get some good choices here. I say let's raid either Trash Nail or but I do see Rish is live. She doesn't usually go quite this late. She's doing Cult of the Lamb right now. So I might go ahead and raid. See, looks like Trash Nail is just getting going. Maybe we'll raid Trash Nail. She's always really nice. I never get to watch her stream for very long because she usually goes pretty late. Unless she's ending her stream, but it looks like she has a small uptime, but she has a lot of viewers. So she might be, unless she was like having internet problems or something. You see, Slime is live. There's a couple of the folks that kind of catch my eye. Let's, I think it's a sure bet to raid Trash Nail. Although I see the stream is frozen. I think she might be having internet problems. Maybe I should play it safe and raid Rish. You know what? Yeah, let's play it safe and raid Rish. I think Trash Nail might be having some internet problems. As I saw that she's got a very small uptime. So I'm not sure how long she's going to be going. Rish will probably be going for a bit. So let's go ahead and raid. Love her. She's a really cool streamer. I've made many references to her before, like some of the fun jokes within her community. She's a Zelda speedrunner, Ocarina of Time specifically speedrunner, and is very good, or not so much speedrunner, but randomizer runner. She's an Ocarina of Time randomizer streamer and is very good and very entertaining. Always has all kinds of jokes and a very witty and enjoyable banter. Very charismatic, very like easy to kind of laugh along to. Very engaging, tells stories, is good at the games she plays, and her community is delightful. But a whole bunch of weirdos and goobers and just hilarious folks in there. Very LGBT friendly, very mental health focused, and all that jazz. Those good kinds of allies you definitely want to see in the world, and she's great. Love her, is just the coolest. Always nice getting to watch her streams, and I especially love the Ocarina of Time streams, of course. The socials page in the chat has all of my links, social media, and otherwise it has, you know, the usual Twitter, Instagram, fucking, I don't know, Blue Sky, all the other kind of stuff. All of my pages you could ever guess are in that Linktree page. It also has my other stream platforms. I'm live right now on a lot of places. I'm live right now on YouTube. I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on Facebook, but I'm live on Twitch. Twitch is the main one. So I recommend following there if you haven't already, because that is the closest to the source. Most of my viewers and chatters are on Twitch. So if you want to feel like you're part of the homies, man, if you want to feel like you're part of the crew, part of the cool club, I'm a little bit biased, but I do think it's a pretty cool club. So follow me on Twitch. Watch us there if you want to. But I'm just happy to have people chilling anywhere. I'm not picky. Watch wherever. I don't care. I'm not your dad. But if I was your dad, I'd be very proud of you. Yeah, that's going to do it, friends. Oh, we're doing some giveaways this Friday. We're going to have 2 keys for Lort to give away. Lort is that cool roguelike we played with Chuck, Mr. Game Trader, and who's the other guy? The other guy we played with. I can't remember who it was. But we played Lort with a couple friends about a week or so ago. Really cool roguelike. Still early access, but very good. We'll have 2 keys for that game to give away. We'll have we'll be doing that giveaway on Friday. And we'll be doing the giveaway through my Discord server. That's kind of a raffle format, and we proctor those raffles through my Discord server. So make sure you join the Discord server. Check out the giveaway channels for info on the giveaway and how to enter. All that jazz. Otherwise, y'all have a great one. Thanks again to Shake and 8-Bit Llama and Sniff Out for those very generous raids. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. This game was great. Shout outs to Blightstone. Shout out to JF Games for the review key. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Urklazar's game, by the way. I forgot to post the schedule, but tomorrow we're playing Urklazar's game he's been working on. He's given me an early access kind of preview setup for it, and I'm excited to check that out. Urklazar has been super helpful, really cool guy. I'm excited to check out what he's been working on. More games this week. Y'all have a great night. Have a good one, friends. Thank you, and take care. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, kiddo. Good night. I love you.